power like Big Chuck. What's the status, 3?
I'm good, just making the world a better place, that's all.
Domain expansion.
Phenom Rogue One production.
Welcome to the abyss. The unstoppable one. I am the illest, no doubt. Sporadic, eternal fire. There is no putting me out. I'm sending fiery rain, destroying cities and towns. The government never changed, so I'm taking them out. The FBI is a bitch. The CIA is a bitch. The NSA is a bitch. I know they watching this shit. We fuck around and get hit. My rebels fully equipped to take the enemy down and ride out in their whip and copping all of the chips. We about to go on the flight. World leaders get hit. Assassination delight. We fly out through the night like Batman in this bitch. Outlandish with kicks, punches, and damage and shit. I call my gun Michael Knight. That bitch come with a kit. AI robotic weapons. That bitch be talking this shit. Explosive hollows exist and turn your body to mist. The god of fire is here. Now welcome to the abyss. 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 The immovable one. Welcome to my domain. The chopper faded into pieces. Throw away the remains. Rapid fire your chains. Hear you screaming in pain. My pride water your flame. Disintegrate all you lanes. Your fears will never change. So I'm hunting you down. I know you got me surrounded. I'm still taking you out. I'm hacking shit with my phone. Turn out all of the lights. Popping cops as I go. I gotta get through the night. In the heat of the night. I keep a heat with the sight. Me in your sleep as I snipe. While you sleep with your wife. I'm hopping from roof to roof. Ninja warrior shit. My RPG is equipped. Your helicopter got hit. I cause a solar eclipse and send a fiery storm. Exploding government buildings. Revolution reborn. I am the shit, just admit. This is that warrior mix. The god of fire is here. Welcome to the abyss. Welcome to the abyss. Welcome to the abyss. Welcome to the abyss. Let's go. Welcome to the abyss. Welcome to the abyss. Welcome to the abyss.
We'll be bringing you our countdown to the end of days, along with all you
Welcome to the abyss. Welcome to the abyss.
Man, I just realized gas is $4 already here. Yeah, somebody needs to knock Trump out, man. Fuck that fat scumbag. Yo, $4 a gallon already. It hasn't even been what? A month? It's been a month about, and gas is $4 buckarooskies. That's insane, man. Yeah, Trump tweeted he's gonna level, the entire country Iran. That's hilarious. Iran's making him look like a fool. The fool he is. Trump's going to commit war crimes. And, yeah, he's going to kill innocent people. Attacking the water supply is a war crime. Anyway, no one really gives a fuck. But I feel bad for the Iranian people. They didn't do nothing to nobody. And the U.S. just decides, or Trump actually. I think all this is a distraction. The moon, they're trying everything. They got the fake fucking moon mission. They started a war, anything to take away the fact that they're pedophiles. You know, I wonder what was really on the Epstein files. I personally think none of those files are real. They had so much time. All right. Yeah, I got to send you that, Hurricane. I'll do it today. I got your email. I got to spend a few hours doing it. I got a new verse I'm going to put down to this beat. I got to stop slacking. Shit, Trump's retarded. He's one retarded motherfucker, man. Maybe Iran and Trump are working together to crash the entire world. Because that's what's going to happen soon. I didn't realize gas went up that quick. It was like two something a gallon. It's already at 4 something. You know, that's crazy. I have this website I was on. It's called God's Eye. You can get cameras from anywhere all over the world. It's a website. It's called God's Eye. And I was watching Iran just now, a little while ago. I'm gonna have to listen to it. The Rebellion album. Man, you got to put me on one of them albums. We don't have to, but I got to get serious with my album. I'm going to do a few hours today, for sure. I need some fucking herb. I don't need it. I want it. I had to rephrase that. Cayenne pepper, baking soda, and lemon juice. That works. Because I've been drinking lemon juice. I've been drinking more juice. I cut soda out of my diet. The only sugar that I eat once in a while is ice cream. I pretty much... The next thing I got to cut out of my diet is bread. Unless it's from the bakery. I got to stop buying them loaves of bread. Baking soda, cayenne pepper. I got cayenne pepper. I got those. I had cayenne pepper. There's 3 spices that I was using, but I don't know if it worked or not. I don't think it did. But I don't know if I have parasites or not. I'm pretty sure everyone does. I wouldn't be surprised. Who knows what they're putting in our food? Fucking Red Sox can't win a game if they bought one. These cats are 1-7. UConn lost, yo. I was shocked. 69-63. I forgot all about the game. Michigan won the championship. I knew UConn wasn't gonna win. Because that's all Sports Center, or that's all the gamblers were talking about. Michigan. So I said, hey, yeah, UConn ain't gonna beat them. That shit's rigged. I'm taking a supplement that deals with microplastics. Yeah, that's another thing. Like, I don't drink out of plastic cups. Not that it really matters, because 99% of the drinks we get is in plastic. Yeah, microplastics is, that is a serious issue. Like, people are getting heart attacks because of microplastic, and they're telling people it's cholesterol. They don't want to admit it's the plastic. When they do autopsies, they're finding plastic in all over the place, man. Microplastics is serious. I've heard them finding it in the brain. Fucking, yeah, microplastics is no joke. The Bible, like, I did a whole live stream on parasites. That's the demonic possession, is the parasites. When Jesus fasts, and then when you could literally see in the pictures they show, Jesus is taking the demonic possession out of the mouth. Which means it's coming from in the body. I think parasites are the demonic possession, because parasites latch onto your spine and they literally take you over and control what you do. Let me see. I gotta make this picture. It's gonna be my avatar. Where is it? Let me find it. Where'd you go? Here we are. Here's my best friend. Here you go. There's your demon. That's a parasite. Those are your demons. Cancer, parasite. Any sexually transmitted disease, parasite. Any disease is a parasite. Parasites, they don't want no one to know this, though, because it's $1 trillion profit. It's probably $1 trillion a month business around the U.S. I was going to say a year. Maybe where I live, it could be $1 trillion profit in a year, but it's probably $1 trillion profit every day across the country for these fucking pharmaceutical fucking motherfuckers. To keep us sick, they're making stupid money. I don't trust doctors. They're like crooked mechanics. You know, I don't even think doctors, their main goal is not to make you, they don't cure anything. I've never even heard of a doctor in the U.S. talk about a cure, ever. How can I treat you today? You know, that's what they say. They only want to treat the problem and doctor it up. That's why they're called a doctor. They're doctoring the problem and just basically managing it enough so symptoms will go away and they'll be back. Yep. The United States, home of the cancer. Only after 9 years and 3 billion miles we We have a breathtaking look at Pluto's frozen mountains. Me trying to get Wi-Fi signal in my backyard. I've been saying that forever, yo, for years. I've been telling people, you know, in the Mars rover is fucking hilarious. People really think there's a Mars rover. Like, NASA's got the best signal, yo. Like, where are they getting this technology? We'd have these ultimate signals. And I know people are gonna say, "Oh, they relay them." Yeah, okay, sure they do. They relay that lie. Oh man, NASA, man, they make me laugh. Then you got this one I found. We're going back to the moon. Here's the other one, GPS. People think satellites are giving them GPS. If that was the case, there wouldn't be 100 million towers. If people need to look at how many towers are across the U.S., they got a map that shows all the towers. I mean, there's so many towers. And those towers do more than just what we're told they do. And like I've said, ever since all these towers have been put up, the weather has gotten more. It seems like they could stir hurricanes better, and the weather gets more violent. Look how they whipped up this snowstorm. That one of the last snowstorms we got, we lost power here. Dude, the winds were so insane. I've never seen nothing like it in a snowstorm. It was like a hurricane. It kept blowing the back door open because these fucking losers upstairs broke the back door. And man, the wind was gusting down from the back door down and under my door. And I have a towel under, and the cold was still coming down. I had to go up there and fix the door because these retards don't know how to do shit. But yeah, my whole point of bringing it up was it's like hurricane. At some point, all bacteria and parasite. What? Wait. Hold up. You said at some point, is all bacteria and parasites. What? It's like you were asking a question and then it went, but you have to fight it, I think. Huh? You are a parasite. Am I scared? Scared of what? It's a proven fact parasites cause cancer and all that shit. It's not about being fair. It's about keeping your body healthy, your temple. I don't fear nothing. No, that's not true. There's good parasites, allegedly. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. You know, and even then, we can't even trust these doctors. Look at Fauci. Yeah, it's safe. He lied to so many people, fell for that shit. You know, these people continuously fuck us over and nothing happens to them. Imagine I fucking went on stage and told everyone to get this vaccine and children started having seizures and dying and all this shit. I would be in prison so fast it wouldn't even be funny, man. You know? But these people do it, it's okay, you know. Whenever the government does something, it's fine, you know. they get a pass. But if we do something, you know, if we blew up a school with children in it, we would get life or probably executed. But Trump blows schools up with children in it, and people say, yeah, he's doing his job, man. Yeah. We live in a fucking retarded world. People are so programmed, it's unbelievable, man. Sometimes people are so programmed, I want to slap them so fucking hard they'll wake up. For real. That guy, Hidden America, did a good video. The Chaos Star, the 8-pointed star that I see everywhere, man. I know the 8-pointed star is a compass, but it's also a symbol that's used by Scientology, and many other organizations. They're always flying that 8-pointed star to show their, you know, it's like their gang sign. All praises due to Allah. May Allah strike Trump dead. I'm retarded. Oops. All right, enough of the Trump. Fuck that fucking fat slob. Let's talk about Crayola crayons. Yeah, I got my cat this laser. She loves that shit. It's fucking hilarious. I wonder what the cat sees that makes them bug out to a laser. Because I know they probably don't see red. I know that. I don't know what they see, but they bug out. Do 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 do. You know, I've been trying to like research Tartaria, right? And find old maps with Tartaria. And whenever I go to like dig and look them up, AI seems to think that it's a conspiracy, that Tartaria is just a made up country. It never existed. This is the shit they're feeding off. The AI overlord is feeding. That's odd to me. Yeah, it's a fake country, but it was on all the old maps. Yeah, that's how fake it is. Damn, they literally just take people out of existence like they never existed. I wonder what Trump is praying for. Like, who does that, y'all? Who goes to a wall and puts little pieces of paper in it? This stone is going to answer my prayers. He's thinking right now, look at, what the fuck is that on his head, man? Is that it? I thought that was one of those things you put a cup when you play baseball. You put that over your fucking cock and balls. That's what it looks like. He got a sports cup on his head. This cat's fronting. Me. Do. I never knew there was a Reform Party. I was looking at Trump's history, and I never knew there was a Reform Party. I don't even know what the Reform Party is, but I could tell you one thing: this is their symbol. Very interesting. They love the Trinity. But yeah, that's their party, man. 3 devils with horns. It could mean the bull too. That's probably what it is, the bull. But and then Trump pardoned a bunch of war criminals. I was reading this yesterday, this article. A bunch of so-called veterans were pardoned after killing innocent people in Iraq and Pakistan, and a criminal pardons criminals. Well, I forgot which one it was, man. It's in this article. What was his name? Navy SEAL Chief Petty Officer Edward Gallagher has been charged with committing multiple war crimes in Iraq, including shooting an unarmed civilian girl and an unarmed civilian senior citizen, stabbing them to death, a defenseless teenage Islamic State captive, and indiscriminately spraying a neighborhood with rockets and machine gun fire. 7 members of SEAL Team 6. I can't read the rest. SEAL Team 7 came forward and reported Gallagher's actions to the Navy authorities, just as the law. Trump's considering Memorial Day pardons for Gallagher. Well, he already did pardon him. This is old. This dude was throwing rockets into innocent people's buildings. Next, they'll hire him to be a cop. Trump never served. We did. George Washington said, "Discipline is the soul of an army." One of us fought in the Iraqi war. The other prosecuted members of the military who violated the uniform code. Yeah, what the fuck? This is 2019. He granted a full pardon for former U.S. Army First Lieutenant Michael Bahena. I gotta see what crime he committed. Does it say what he did? Oh, right here. Bahena was convicted in 2009 of killing a suspected terrorist in Iraq while searching for individuals responsible for an IED attack that took the lives of 2 men under his command. He was paroled in 2014 after serving 5 years of a 15-year sentence. Does that say 37 generals? What? Hold up. 37 generals and admirals, along with the former inspector general. Huh. Wow. A military court sentenced him to 25 years in prison for unpremeditated murder in the combat zone. After judgment, however. So that's what Trump, I gotta look up what that means. Premeditated murder in the combat zone. It's crazy that they put this guy in prison for war crimes, but they didn't put Bush or Obama. We got a fucked up system, man. Anyway, who gives a fuck? Damn, why do I got doubles? Damn. Yo, this is wild, man. In Australia, I thought this picture was fake. Watch this. This shit's real, yo. Like, how the fuck? This cat's put a red lens over the sun. The wishing well. Things is probably no chemical lesson. Maybe. What's up, Jason? He's the Matt Moon crazy. A pardon attorney investigates and reviews applications for clemency, but serves only as an advisory role. The president may disregard the findings. the president may grant pardons on his or her own accord or in response to requests made through the U.S. Department of Justice Office of the Pardon Attorney. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I found these pardons. I was looking up why people were saying Trump's committing war crimes. And I came across these pardons by Trump. And I thought to myself, man, a war criminal is, well, back in 2019, he wasn't a war criminal. I mean, can the person giving orders be a war criminal? Who thinks that's a possibility? If I ordered somebody to go bomb a school with children, am I just as guilty as the person dropping the bomb? What's up, Jason? How you doing today?
Hello, Charles. You okay?
Yeah.
Is my audio loud enough?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's good.
So I'm sitting a bit away from the mic.
I found this cool website, man. It's called God's Eye or something.
Right.
And
tell me more.
God's Eye, it's named. And let me see if I could get a link. Yep. Oops. Uh-oh. Okay. All you got to do is like put an email and sign up. But it's a pretty cool website. I just started using it. Like I wanted to see the straight of the straight of yeah.
You're a bit obsessed with that, aren't you? They must be pushing it in your media or something.
But it shows like the whole world, and it shows like I just found out in Connecticut they got a yellow warning for the sub base. They got heightened security over there because it's a nuclear sub. So all these nuclear sites across the U.S. got heightened security. And I found that out through the website. I mean, all over the world it has stuff. And then you could watch cameras. If there's a camera, you can watch it. Damn, this is a big-ass link. I'm going to drop it in the chat.
I remember the thing I said about, and I hate playing devil's advocate, but, you know, it's all theatrics, isn't it? And... you know, you'd expect all of these nuclear facilities to be on alert if they were.
Right. Is it part?
They were doing.
What's up, Deanna Warren? Flat motherfucking power. Yeah, I wonder if, you know, and, you know, I thought deeply about this Iran thing, and I said, man, you know, what if Trump and this guy from Iran are like buddies and shit? And he called him up and said, hey, man, I need you to do me a favor. Can we act like we're at war?
Yeah,
you know,
I think that's what the whole global, I hate to use that word, but the whole plain wide thing is that, isn't it? It's all of these governments who are in cahoots pretending to be enemies.
Because the Epstein files, people are at his throat and he needs distractions. Then on April Fool's, NASA does another launch. And if you look in history, that's not the first time they did a launch for the moon on April 1st. April 1st, 1960, I believe.
Yeah.
They, I think it was a satellite got a picture of the moon or something to that extent, but yeah.
I've noticed all of these grifters are resurfacing because of this moon thing at the minute, which it's reappeared. It's kind of weird. It's just like a money generating thing for these people, whatever side they're on over the globe or the flat earth. They've all crept out of the woodwork. They've all made some videos about it because they're making money out of it, Charles. It's as simple as that, isn't it? They don't really give a shit what they're saying as long as it's putting money into their bank account. These people are social chameleons. They can blend in when they need to and play the game. I did look at a couple of the pictures of the flyby, apparently, of the moon. I think it was today, was it, or yesterday? And I was like, what? Come on.
People made good points, though. I've seen, and you're right. A lot of people come out of the woodwork to make money. That's a fact. But there's other channels that were making a lot of good points, man, that I overlooked. I have that picture that they showed. Let me see. I might have to scroll for a minute to pull it up. Let me see.
And apparently they have released quite a few pictures of the Earth from space, but obviously the debunkers have taken it apart. And I noticed Simon Dan had put up a video saying this proves all the flat Earth was wrong or something like that.
I got it.
Somebody called Dallin. Hello, Dallin.
But yeah, I got the picture right here. These things right here. Excuse me.
Oh yeah, they've been flying around, haven't they?
I want to find out what these little balls are for. Like, why were they found in the towers? Are these things igniters or something?
But more importantly, how did they actually survive that blast? Just like that guy's passport, when everything else was basically atomized into dust. Do you know
passport
what I mean?
Was hilarious, bro. When they pulled that one out, I couldn't help but laugh. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
I was thinking they should be making airplanes out of whatever that's made of, the passport, because that seems pretty good.
I don't think airplanes were in any of the incidents. None of them. I don't think there was one at the Pentagon and the towers. There was no airplanes. That's just my opinion.
Is it safe enough now, all these years later, to actually say what I think? Mate, I saw some stuff at the time, and they were saying about the obviously dodgy CGI when the plane goes into the building.
Yeah.
But more importantly, I spoke to a couple of people who claimed to be New Yorkers, and they saw this and that. But then somebody told me that they'd actually been to New York on a holiday, and that you can't even see the tops of the buildings in New York, apparently, because they're just too big, And the fact nobody actually saw the proper impact. Well, there are people who claim that, but and that one impact, man, you can tell that is CGI. Even
there's nothing
embarrassing.
When that plane allegedly hit the building, there should have been seats falling, tires, something, right? Pieces of the plane. There's none of that.
That was complete, honestly, that was kind of complete Hollywood effects, because you know yourself, right? If something, think about a bad car wreck or something, and how it's portrayed in the movies and what it's actually like in real life. They're two completely different things, Charles, let's face it. And, that whole thing with 9/11 just didn't have that feel about it, I mean, obviously, people got killed, and that's bad.
I've been trying to call you guys.
Hello, Tommy.
Hold on. Hold on.
I see you there.
I didn't get a phone call today. No, I called me last week. You guys need to COVID rule. Oh, yeah? Yeah. All right. And then we'll come down to the inspection. See if you guys will stay here. Wow. I don't know. I think Dan used to be. Yeah. I think he's dead face. All right. There you go. Bill was doing Vietnam? No. Let's see, well, here. Any number? Oh, my phone number? Yeah, 860-833-18. That might be a different number than I had. I see someone call 860-914-2293. That's my number. What's the next number? No, same.
Yeah, you're right there, Matt, as well, about what you're saying. Because it's weird, like, they tell you one thing and your eyes are telling you another, and you're having that cognitive dissonance where you're like, well, they must be right. They're the people in white coats. And then you finally realise, no. It's quite the other way around.
Well, that's supposed to be like a closet for us. Who's other one? There.
Good day, Jason.
Hello, who's that?
It's Dom.
All right, Dom. Sorry, I didn't see your icon come up.
No problem. I didn't know if
You
Charles
okay?
knew that. I'm doing good, actually. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, I'm right, mate. Yeah.
I just didn't realize that. I didn't know Charles probably doesn't know he's not muted.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah. I think he's at the door.
so you guys were talking about the theater of war.
Not necessarily, but that's a good way of putting it, isn't it? The theatre of war.
Yeah. Whether it's happening or not, it's still presented as a story to us, whether through the media or they write about it, which is another form of the media.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a film called Wag the Dog. I do mention it quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've seen it, Dom.
Heard about it. Yeah.
But it's about, it came out, I think, about the year 2000. It's got loads of Hollywood stars in it, loads of them. But it's about them basically faking a war.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's quite interesting. It's kind of presented as a kind of, I wouldn't call it a comedy, but a proper black comedy, I suppose you'd describe it. But yeah, they kind of, in that film, like, the whole term wag the dog is like, the dog's supposed to wag its own tail, but they're wagging the dog the other way around.
Yeah, propaganda, telling people rumors of wars that are we really to believe, against more beliefs, that countries are strifing with each other when we just basically had some sort of pandemic that just recently happened and everybody stopped fighting each other.
Yeah.
But again, they're trying to catch the majority of the people in these stories. The few, they're not really concerned about that.
Well, the thing about the COVID thing, now you bring it up, is, if you imagine this, I'm right, there was, there's a war on terror going on, I'll call it that. We've got certain foreign enemies, yeah? You'd have thought that when COVID hit, we were kind of, the Western world was kind of at its weakest, that this had been the time for these countries to strike, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Unless those things aren't really happening.
Yeah, maybe the whole in on it. Yeah.
There's a good chance America or who represents America, aren't really fueling fighting with these other countries.
Yeah, I think that, mate. I've always thought that.
Yeah. And then just do some depopulation. Let's get a bunch of our foot soldiers to kill your foot soldiers.
Yeah, it's just depopulation.
They used to do that in. Well, again, I can't say they used to. You hear about it. Again, more stories that I've read, that kings used to send off their soldiers to fight after the harvest season with another king soldier. Oh, okay, we're just going to get rid of you.
Yeah.
Tend to the farm, and then after that, take your pitchforks and go out there and fight.
Yeah.
There's stories. Again, for me, Jason, I know I can only voice my 2 cents. My 2 silver cents or whatever, nickels. For a lot of people, they get caught up in it, but they're not then challenge their views. For me, I'll challenge myself. It's a story I'm telling myself. Whether or not they're true or not, it's still a story. Whether or not we went to the moon or not, that's still a story.
Yeah. And one that I don't think you have. Well, it's obvious we don't have all of the facts.
Couldn't.
But
even if you did, what are we going to do with it? Honestly, Jason, again, simple analogy that I use, if me and you saw an alien, how would we explain it to our wives, our kids?
Yeah, or ourselves.
Well, at least me and you, Jason, so listen, did you see the object too? Yeah, I did. Yeah, kind of funny looking ears too and all that. But good luck trying to explain it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Because they're going to say, well, I don't believe you. I said, well, the only thing I can ask of you is to believe it, or at least hear me out, because really I couldn't show it to them. This is where people get caught up in UFOs. Okay, so unidentified flying object. Okay, so do you know if Russia and America have the stealth plane, special kind of devices? Well, I saw an alien. I said, you actually saw who's driving the UFO too now? Okay, carry on. Well, there's other people that believe me. Oh, you mean like the UFO that they cult up together, like the flat earthers and the globalists? Yeah, it's the same people, though. Okay.
I do have a little bit of experience in how easily people can be fooled, because in the early 90s, me and a friend were hoaxing crop circles in the UK.
Yep.
And it was great fun, man. And I look back at those days with fun memories. I really do. They were brilliant days. But even the crop circles that me and my mate were doing weren't even that good, to be honest. But all of these people believed them.
Well, even if they did, Jason. So remember, we're talking about a place where they've identified a thing called the Bermuda Triangle. So now, let's say these crop circles are real and being done by some unknown source, or it's being done by humans. People are missing it. Forget about the crop circles. Talking about the crop circle. What was the message in those things? That's where people miss it. If we don't know the language, let's say me and you don't know the language that those circles are trying to identify, does it really matter who's made it by it? But most people get caught up in saying, I'll use this as a cheap example, they'll say the word Jesus, but what's the teachings? Socrates, what's the teachings? Whether or not those characters existed, what's the teachings?
So again, from it.
Yeah, well, the learning part could be whether I believe or not. I said, no, there's the crop circle. We know of it. We can speculate who created it, but is there a message in the crop circles? Especially if you have devices where you can have a helicopter and you can fly high enough and say, there's a message that's sent to each other. It's like people talking about the Mona Lisa painting. Yeah, you could talk about the Mona Lisa painting. You could talk about who painted it, but do you know there's a whole bunch of fake ones, and they auction them off, and they might actually use those for messages within the painting. This is why not a lot of times, sometimes people hear it's in plain sight. They're counting on the masses not really trying to understand, is there some sort of message in the message? I saw a bottle, but what's the message in the bottle? That's the distraction that goes upon us. Like, why did he tear down the Twin Towers? Forget about who tore it down. Is there a message in it? The World Banks. Why did they tear down the World Bank? Are they trying to tell each other, we started our agenda? This is where discernment comes into play. Why did they have COVID? Were they doing a test plate? Hey, we're going to show all our elite friends we have no concern about the masses because they're going to be too busy fighting with each other or obeying obediently.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a gentleman's game. You don't get caught up in the outcome. You know what I mean? Like how, you give people the flat earth and the globalists and then let them run with it. They'll fight with each other. That's like getting Christians and Muslims get at each other, or liberals and conservatives. Just let them go at it. Dare not be the kid that says, listen, the king has no clothes.
yeah.
But it's good to speculate at that point, Jason. It is always good to speculate. It's usually when people say facts. So the written work that was written yesterday is what you call fact. Were you there? Well, no. Do you know the person that wrote it so we can actually talk to them? Well, not really. I said, so you're telling me a story that was written. Interesting. By the way, me and Jason and I think even we were lucky because even Charles was there. We saw aliens yesterday.
Yeah, and they're grey, not green.
Yeah, at that point, we might also say whatever. Yeah, they had horns and all that. Yeah, but Dominic, I don't know how that's true. I said, well, you weren't there. I can tell you whatever I want now.
This picture right here is funny for the fact that that's on Earth, right? You see how big the moon is?
Okay, yeah.
They're supposed to be, they sent the picture saying they're only halfway to the moon with that. Like, what? That doesn't even make sense, but I thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah, sorry, I left you.
No, go ahead, Jason.
I was going to say, like, there was another thing about apparently the astronauts are taking their avatars, and the avatars are going to walk on the moon as they go around it. Like, like the VR avatars. That sounds a little bit.
Who's seen the video of them? They sent the video of them in the thing here, whatever you call that fucking thing that they're supposed to be in, and you could tell it was a green screen or their tech they were using because they're all four of them are in front of the camera, and then all of a sudden a thing in Nutella goes flying by, right. And somebody made a good point. They're like, "Well, who did that? Who made the Nutella fly by the camera if they're all in front of the camera?" Right? That's a good point. Who the fuck threw the Nutella? Like, where did it come from?
Not only that, right? You just reminded me of something else as well, Charles. Years ago, I used to work repairing laptops, right? And the guy I used to sit on my desk over, his name was Nigel, and I'll never forget Nigel. He used to be a submariner, and he was a medic on a submarine, nuclear sub, right? A British one. And whenever we got bored at work, we'd always say, "Come on, Nigel, tell us one of your submarine stories." And he had many stories. They were brilliant. But one thing that always struck me, right, is this. The ISS is supposedly a very dangerous environment and all of this. And I think the closest you can kind of think of on Earth for a working environment is working on one of these nuclear subs, right? They've got to work at pressure. They've got many things to overcome. But the one thing about these nuclear subs, when you look at them, and all boats in general, military, is that everything is in its place. And there is that saying, isn't there, ship shape and Bristol fashion, and everything should be in its place. So on a nuclear sub, for example, everything is stowed away. There's very little to hit your head on because it's dangerous. And if you compare that to like the space station, it's ridiculous. The space station just got things floating around, like you said then, Nutella.
Yeah.
It's like bits of wire sticking out everywhere on the inside and the outside.
Nuclear subs, they're under the ocean for like
Yeah.
6 months at a clip.
Yeah. So do you know what I mean? I mean, these people are serious in these nuclear assaults. Oh, and that's another point as well. They all look like they're supposed to be there. They all look fairly good in shape, fairly young guys, you know, hair's cut correctly, know how to behave. And you see these lot on the ISS, and they're all kind of, I'm not being rude, but they all kind of look fat and middle-aged. They don't look like the type of people who'd even make the qualifications to go into space.
Yeah, you'd have to be in shape to go in space, allegedly, right?
Yeah, but they say they get picked from all the jet fighter pilots, don't they? You know, and you imagine Top Gun, the best of the best and all this. And these people don't look like the best of the best, let's face it.
Here's one for you guys. When you look at TV, for example, like think about it, you guys being in a studio. You're literally seeing the stage, the actors on the stage. You have the camera people, and then you have the audience behind them. If you could actually be behind them long enough to say, listen, they're all looking through a lens, but if you actually could interview the audience, you'll see exactly what you're up against. That is what they're after. They're trying to capture your attention. So when you're looking at the moon landing, you got to remember, there's a camera there, and there's the audience, the masses. They're the ones that they're trying to condition. They're the ones that, they're not the ones that are going to be like the child saying, listen, the kid has no crown, no clothes. Those are the people you need to question. Do you actually believe what the picture you just saw? And then hear their stories. What they do when they do hero movies, they want to give you that one hero, but people don't want to see all the other characters on the sideline dying and killing. They're projecting themselves thinking they're the ones that's going to figure this out. It's the audience you should be questioning. We should be questioning ourselves what we're perceiving, not what pictures that they're giving us. And now do the same thing when they give you a book. Once you see yourself outside of that, and it's not always about you, then you can turn to the audience, the masses, and say, fuck, are we ever asleep? They're not start asking them some. Did we go to the moon? Do you think they're fighting in there? Do you have a belief system? At that point, you realize the belief system that you're in. It's a fun one, and for a lot of people, they don't want to be disenchanted. They want to stay in the enchantment. The ones that usually get a crisis and then they get popped out of it, and now they're disenchanted, and that's happened to me myself sometimes. Where all of a sudden, how do I get back into it now? Well, Dom, you got to put on your normie hat. You got to pretend to be like one of them. You got to tell them, I'm not going to fight about, well, they didn't go to the moon, let alone if they did. I say, why don't we bring both of them in the same room? Let's say they did or didn't go to the moon. How the fuck does it serve you talking about it? Well, Dom, I think they're lying to us. Who are they? Are you sure you're not lying to yourself? It's always fun when I hear people say, there's an enemy.
But
you could be.
They like dicks, I'll tell you that. And NASA, they do. They like dick. I don't know what's up with that, man.
One thing you said there, Dom, about the superheroes.
There's a dick right here. There's more dicks right here. It's like, what the fuck?
Well, you need a dick to fuck.
Yeah, Dom, one thing you said there about the superheroes. I saw another thing yesterday showing the crew of the Artemis are the same as the Fantastic Four.
Okay.
Now, I'm really not into all that superhero stuff, so I can't really comment. But it showed the four of the Artemis with the Fantastic Four, right? Yep. Even the head guy of the Fantastic Four is called Reed, and the guy who's the head spaceman in Artemis, he's called Reed. Right, there's three.
For real? I didn't know that.
Yeah, right, there's three guys and a woman, and the bald guy, who's that Rocky guy in Fantastic Four, he's like their pilot, and that's what it is as well on Artemis.
Yeah, all stories again, no different than mythical stories of the Hindu gods or whatever. They could really be real, but if they're real then and they can shapeshift, okay, so that would give me at least a little bit of a leaning towards, okay, maybe that's where our tech comes from the demigods or aliens or fallen ones, whatever word we want to use, but dare not tell people, well then, if you don't believe in that stuff, or you think, I can't even say you believe it because it's right then and there, how can you explain to a 5-year-old, well, Dad, where did Wi-Fi come from? Son, I don't know. Where did language come from? Son, I don't know. Yeah, but AI is saying this. No, AI is full of shit. A professor said, oh, he's full of shit. What do you mean? They're not pushed back on these people and say, where did language come from? Well, it came from, no, everybody was a baby. So where did language come from again? They're not
Why
asked
are
those
they
questions.
actually doing this?
What's that?
And why are they actually doing this, going around the
Well-
moon and coming back?
Well, you're looking for cheat notes now at that point, Jason. You're looking to say, well, why are they doing all of this? Why? As they're distracting us with
They
some
have
of these,
fun deceiving. And
they could be.
I think it's about money too, in a way.
It can be. They could be pushing the agenda. Hey, let's give them the moon landing, so we'll push the oil reserve now onto the fiat currency. There's a lot of distraction. Hey, let's give them this guy named Donald Trump, and we'll do an impeachment as we're passing all new policies. Give the masses what they want. We'll legalize marijuana, even though it's kind of stupid when you stop and think about it. So they can tell me it's legal or illegal to put something in my mouth. Who the fuck made that rule? But the masses will say, yeah, but Dom, you got to defend it now because they've made it a constitution that you can smoke marijuana. No, you're asleep. You just don't know it yet. You're in a dream world, and it's a dream world that can easily play on our senses. Now, they might get all upset. Dom, I don't like what you have to say. I said, well, I don't like the way you what you do. But then again, here I am hearing you or seeing you. How would me and you, Jason and Charles, really sit there if we can get a bird's eye view and watching human beings with tanks, submarines, and fucking guns killing each other? And I say, and what are they fighting for? You see those flags over there? That's what they're fighting for. These guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
To fucking no end. Oh, by the way, you can actually send a whole bunch of people with a little cross on them to, salvage the one that just lost a leg. Oh, wow, there's another idiot. Come on, that's fucking insanity. And then people talk about that shit. They literally talk about it. I said, okay, guys, I just broke my leg. How'd you break your leg? Oh, I didn't like it. Okay, what are you going to do tomorrow? Oh, well, once you mend it up, I'm going to do it again. Dom, you're a fucking idiot. The fucking insanity.
I like the comment about flags because it's true, isn't it? It's like
fucking right it is.
Yeah. When we were making empires, we just went to other people's countries, put a flag in the ground, and said, "Right, this is mine now." Have you got a flag? No,
Jason,
mine.
You ever watch those old wars when I'll just use the British military. They used to have guys lined up in front of each other, and they're like about 30 or 40 feet or 60 feet away from each other. And then they're shooting at each other. Like, the fuck are you guys doing? Like,
the Civil War is hilarious. I don't even believe that shit's real. Who would line up in front of each other?
But even if it is, Charles, because there's people, I get it that people
they're dumb as a doornail. Then
fucking right they are.
Who does shit like that?
Just
line up, guys.
Yeah.
Scared people do that.
Guys that do, hey, I'm going to be a pilot or whatever, a fighter jet, and I'm going to learn a craft. Which I'll give you kudos. You're learning a craft to fighter jet and all that. But you're going to fly over top of people and drop fucking bombs. You're a fucking moron.
And a coward.
Well, yeah, that's the kind of guy that But anyway, that's here or there. But you're right. He's a coward too. Yes. Anybody that actually does all that shit is much. And of course, you can also say, I said, you've been entrained, right? You've been manipulated, right? No, Dom, I'm fighting for a flag. Okay, which one? What flag?
No, they're fighting for our freedom, man.
Yeah, your freedom, all right. As he's bombing somebody else.
Yeah, from 100 miles away.
Yeah, well, I get it. If two people have it out, let's say two kings, okay, no problem. You guys go at it. You want to play chess? But if somebody's going to say, listen, I'm the king or I'm the president or I'm a dictator and I'm hiding behind all my full soldiers, no, I want to see you in the forefront. Yeah, I want to see you fucking fight. You and that other king. You have a squabble on how you should crack your fucking egg. You two should fight each other. Yeah. But outside of that, go ahead. Sorry, Jason.
I was just going to say, get Putin and Trump in the arena.
Yeah, but those. But the thing is, those aren't the real. Those aren't the ones that are really doing it. He's another foot soldier. The ones that are really running the show probably aren't even human. Because really, am I to assume that humans, after so many wars and so many centuries, are still going at it? We're totally fucking stupid, which we could be, or somebody else is pulling our strings.
I think it's somebody else who's pulling our strings.
Yeah, and if we follow the trail, who gave us language, who gave us all this technology, then and only then, it's kind of like the hidden hand in chess. You see all the pieces on the board, regardless of the checkerboard and all that. But if you push hard enough, and if the people that they're paying to keep us in line can't do their job, then we'll see the fucking hidden hand. And they're not coming for us. They're coming for the people that they put them in those positions, like the Vatican. They're not the masses actually finally wake up. then you'll see some fucking punishment happening to these people. But outside of that, the masses are doing exactly what they've always done. You know, got to go to work. I got to wear a fucking tie to work or whatever. But you won't take the jab, but you'll wear a fucking tie. Fuck, are you ever a sleeper?
Yeah.
You think about construction. There's a reason why they put the X on the back of a person's jacket, even though it tells you whether or not you're coming or to, whatever. But the X on the back of a person's vest, fuck the energy that happens to them. Or putting a watch on your wrist. You know what that little ticking device does to your hand? If people only kind of grasp it. But again, we're here squabbling over what they're feeding us.
You're slave to the clock on the wall.
There you go. Time. Well, it's not even a time, it's a gauge. But hey, this is us as humans squabbling over things that they're distracting with us, as there's people that, hey, you're a billionaire or you're a trillionaire. You pay people. I get you're employing people, but you're going to have wars. Well, yeah, because the masses, you know, they start complaining enough. We got to get rid of them. What do you mean? What are they complaining about? They're complaining about that they should or shouldn't get vaccinated. But yet they'll gladly, like me included, gladly take on a cell phone, gladly pay for their Wi-Fi, gladly line their houses up with electricity, gladly have a radio in their house, but then not understand how cancer cells get activated. Well, they tell us it's because you smoke. Really? You honestly think it's what you consume that's putting your body into disease mode?
Yeah.
It might play a role. I'm not going to denounce that, guys. There could be certain beings that actually get affected more than others. Because, you know, we do have different types of blood type. We have different cultures. So we have to factor that in. But for a lot of people, no, it's happening to everybody. That's the conscious community. It's the truth. No, you don't know what the fucking truth is. You know, you're probably talking about all your deceptions.
So, Dom.
Yes, go ahead. Dom.
So are you speculating seriously that there is, like, and I'm using the air quotes here, non-human intelligences at work here?
I think so. I would have to speculate, yes, because if me and you, Jason, were just, you know, we're chilling, having a beer, having a tea, whatever. Jason, how do you think the language come to be? I don't know. Okay, so then what are we going to do? We're going to talk to Shakespeare? Shakespeare was a baby. He didn't invent a language. Socrates didn't invent a language. So I would have to speculate that it's probably beyond a human capacity.
Somebody molded sound together.
Yeah, I'm with that. Same with the symbols that we use. You know what I mean? Like, who gave us the written work? You know, this is the philosophy, the whys, not the hows.
They say the fallen angels did all this.
Again, I'm with you on that, Charles. Even though we're speculating, because people say, well, Dom, I've never seen fallen angels. Again, me and Jason saw aliens, so how do we explain it to you? But we can explain what's left. What do you mean?
I never saw an alien.
No, but I'm joking when I'm saying that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, but maybe we're the aliens. But
that's a possibility.
You know, it's like somebody saying, Dom, I don't believe in God. I said, that may be true. You might not believe in who created things, but at the same time, you have to look at some trails. Who gave us the sun and the moon? Who gave us clouds? It's not human origin. We can manipulate our environment, but we didn't create our environment. That's like children having that kind of conversation. But usually you get these scholarly folks. I said, okay, here comes a bookworm. He read something in a fucking book now, and he got a 1 degree in university, not realizing all that's conditioning. We're having an inquiry here. Now, a lot of that you can go inwards, but if we're going to have a conversation outside, we're sharing with each other. Okay, so Charles, why is people can do cloud busting? What do you mean? Literally, there'll be no clouds in the sky. You start waving your finger, a cloud will show up. Well, Dom, I don't believe that. I said, well, here, I'll show it to you. Well, Dom, I don't believe that. I said, you just saw it, you moron. This is not about a belief system. This is about knowing now. Do you have discernment next? This is how people peddle their belief system. I believe in Jesus. Well, yeah, that's all you can do. Why? Because you've never met the fucking character. But what was written about him? Because it sounds like a guy like Jesus and Socrates, they never wrote anything. And when they talk about, the four gospel, whatever, I said, supposedly they were written hundreds of years later. So they never met him either.
There were 16 different Christs. 16 of them.
Not 17 or 17 and a half. And Mitchie was involved. It could be, Charles. You know, it's good to entertain.
If you say that to a Christian, man, they get all bent out of shape.
Of course they do.
Tell them which Christ, which one.
Well,
it'd be no different talking.
What, though,
go ahead, Jason.
The person who turned me on to God, right, and I'm not a Christian, but I'm not an atheist anymore, that's all I'll say, yeah? The guy that turned me on to God, right, he's got a very weird understanding of what it's all about, right? And I don't think he'd be annoyed if you'd have said that to him as a Christian, you know, about the 16 Jesuses and all that. He probably would have been right back at you with the question because, yeah, he's what I'd call an inquisitive Christian. And yeah, if you'd have said that to him about the 16 Christ, he literally would have said to you, "Oh, tell me more. I want to know more."
But the thing is, Jason, a lot of it's human behavior. So why limit it to about challenging a Christian? Challenge somebody that says, "Okay, I believe in democracy or liberal." Fucking question a Satanist. Dare not do a pushback to a Satanist. You'll see the same human behavior when somebody says, "I'm a Christian." Do a pushback on a doctor. I said, "Are you a physician or a healer?" Dare not do that pushback. You should be able to do it to oneself. Pat yourself up,
Yeah,
do it
book
again.
you sent me the link to, Don, by that Satanist, Anton LaVey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The first chapter I read, I was like, wow.
Did you see yourself in there?
Mhm.
You know, I get it when people, yeah, because if people are being honest with the self, you know, we have this illusion that we're independent, but really we're dependent. We're not even close to becoming interdependent. So now people want, what they lack, but their necessities are being fueled and fed by other people that are benefiting from it. Now, to a point where most of us have become broken. At that point, we can't even blame the people that have made us broken. It'll be like saying, okay, there's a master and a slave. I'm going to condition as a master all my offsprings. You're going to condition all your offsprings to be slaves. Eventually, you're going to have a couple of slaves to listen, I don't want to be a slave. Well, then blame your forefathers for that. Don't blame the master. Blame your forefathers. No different if you've been conditioned to become a master. I don't want to have slaves. You blame your forefathers for that. You don't blame the opposite side that's being mistreated, let alone being followed. So at that point, guys, we're telling stories with a written language or a spoken language that we've all been conditioned with. So at that point, we might as well just speculate opposed to saying, I have facts or I have the truth. I'm like, you're full of shit. What do you mean? You're using a language that was conditioned into you. Where's the truth? What language should it be? Is it like the flag? What flag is the one supposed to be the human race flag? What language should be the human language? Is it Sanskrit? Is it Mandarin? Cantonese? Should it be Braille? Again, they've divided and conquered us. And when I say they, I'm talking about us. We're the ones that are doing the dividing and conquer. Well, I don't agree with Donald Trump. Okay, are we going to be talking about Putin and the Chancellor of Germany too next? Well, I don't live there. Okay, so you're only talking about the fucking place where you piss and shit. So you're basically saying, I don't agree with the person that actually rules over me. Okay, so what happened if they say you don't have freedom of speech anymore? What are you going to do then? Because your action's not going to happen because you have in America
Sign language.
There you go. And they do. Charles, they do. Those are hidden signals. And I thought last time I remember, some of the Mason clubs, some of the clubs do that. But again,
they do.
But it's not even a secret. It's among their members. They're counting on the masses not to being aware. And the ones that do become aware of it, yeah, okay, whatever. You're not a member.
I want to know, you know, like when NASA does the countdown, all them people that sit on their so-called control board, I want to know if they know it's bullshit or if they're involved, all them people. Because if they don't know and they're just going along with it, that's some shit, man.
They're indoctrinated. Because let's face it, what other work environment do you get people getting that excited about?
Yeah, they're getting indoctrinated. You know, again, and at that point, they're the best puppet because they are. You know, occasionally there is. It's kind of branching from this. There is that naive candidate. I want to represent my country. They let them run. Because they realize, give the masses what they want because the president that we're going to select, all the corporations are 100% behind him. Don't ever think for 1 second when there's a pardon being given by the president. That is not, he's the one that's signing it off to give everybody the illusion. That has been designed a long time ago by corporations and lobbyists. If we elect you as president, we want these fucking people to be let go.
Yeah.
And if he turns around and says, but I'm the president, you're a fucking nobody to us. You're like that fucking child that knows the kid. You know, it's like the kid that actually says, I see the king without any clothes. I said, you're still nobody. You're just a little bit more aware of everybody else is fucking obedient.
He even said, Trump was like, he don't like to sit around, you know, bankers and all this stuff. Trump said he likes to sit around nobody. So then he could feel, you know, he feels like, you know,
Probably makes
He's the
himself
big
feel
shot
better.
around.
Yeah,
You know, he don't want to sit around other big shots. He wants to be the big shot, so he sits around small people. You know.
The problem is with Donald Trump. The reason why he doesn't sit around other people because their strings get all get tangled up, all the puppets that he's around. Because he has the biggest string attached to him. The guy, he has, and I shouldn't even apologize for it. He's just a puppet. No different if all of a sudden me and Jason became presidents. We're puppets. We would not be in those positions if we were not puppets. There's no way that Donald Trump.
Yeah, they're all pre-selected, man. People go and vote and don't realize they're already been selected.
Donald, does it?
Yeah. You know, it's like when people tell stories. Well, Donald Trump's father came from wealth; he had nothing. No, Donald's father, like the Musk family, they actually showed in their genealogies. They have it all recorded for them that they have been obedient as masters. So at that point, we might elect one of your kids. Go ahead, Charles.
I was gonna say, how did the Simpsons know Trump was gonna be president? How many years ago? They're already selected long time beforehand.
Is it Seth MacFarlane that does all those skits?
No, he's the guy out of South Park.
Okay.
Who was the Simpsons creator? He passed away. I think it was Matt Groening.
Matt Groening.
Yeah.
So when they do things like,
I mean, he's a Mason.
Yeah, mind altering things. I forget what it's called now. You talk about it in the government. No, well, LSD too. What else? MK Ultra. Okay.
Yeah.
What they're doing is they're getting certain kinds of beings that can be into a trance, whether it's through blood sacrifice and all that, and then they're channeling down information from the demigods. That is why when you think, how are these scriptwriters so fucking amazing? This is why when people say, listen, when I go on stage, something takes over. No different when guys like Michael Jordan, all that. You know how many fucking walk-ins probably play with him? Same with LeBron. You got to remember, the meat suit is just a vessel. Can there have walk-ins? Sure they can. Think about when people go into hypnosis. What comes to the forefront? See, people want to put so much value that humans are these ingenious people. Magicians, when they talk about people doing magic, are they actually doing magic for the human entertainment, or are they actually doing magic?
That happened to me one time when I got real drunk.
Mm-hmm.
I did a bunch of stuff, and I woke up the next day and didn't remember doing any of it. My friends were like, you did this and this and this.
That's right.
And I didn't remember any of it.
That's right. You black out and then something takes over. That's why when they do like spiritual drink or do shaman work, when they do ayahuasca, you got to be fucking careful. The spirit world, there's a lot of them that want to jump in. And they're not there to help you. They're here to play with you.
They're like, we need your car real quick.
Yeah, the other day, Charles, when I brought up DMT with you, I didn't get round to saying to you that I'll keep this short. I've taken DMT 6 times, yeah, within a fairly short amount of time as well. And the first one was quite an incredible experience, mate. It would take me hours to explain it to you. It was just mind-boggling. It really was. But the last one I had, I kind of got the feeling that I'd overstayed my welcome in this place, that I hadn't actually asked for an invite to, really. I'd just done that and gone there, you know. And I really got this feeling that I shouldn't be going there, if you know what I mean.
Great awareness, by the way, on that, Jason. Very great awareness. Because a lot of people don't realize when you're doing, I know you're doing DMT, but there was people that do ayahuasca, their diet and all that. I said, you got to be careful because the shaman could be inviting certain kinds of energies there. And it's not about good or bad. It's about, hey, I'm going to teach you a lesson. What do you mean? You want to do hemp? You want to do ayahuasca? You want to do bloodletting? Sure. Okay, come on into the spiritual world. Yeah, you know,
they want to drink Jesus' blood.
Well, that maybe Jesus could have been a vampire. Hey, you eat my flesh and drink my blood.
Look, this is the real Artemis right here. Artemis was a Greek goddess. They're always naming these things after these phony gods. And look, this was April 1st, 19. Oh, that damn thing's in the way.
April 1st. Always making fun of the calendar and April 1st.
Yeah. 1960, Charles.
This is Turo satellite allegedly took the first picture of on April 1st, 1962 or 60. I forgot. I can't see the date. And this
Is that
thing
supposed
blew
to be
my
the moon
mind
then?
too. When they took off, I seen these 4 things coming down. Now I didn't know these are supposed to be escape
Oh
routes.
yeah, I saw that as well. Right, yeah,
Yeah.
they're supposed to be escape pods, aren't they?
Well, I think they were in there and they slid down and they
Yeah.
were taken underground to their fake station where the green screen is and their
To be
little.
honest, Charles, it would have been easier not to put them in there in the first place, wouldn't it? But
Well,
yeah,
they show
there
them
you go.
walking into it. They make a spectacle to make it look real that they're in there. You know,
Oh, right,
they always
sure,
show them
yeah, yeah.
walking into it and they make a big deal. You know, it's sort of like when they announce the football players, they come out. You know,
Oh, right,
they
sure, yeah, like yeah, I get you now, like celebrities would.
yeah. I never knew they had an escape. I always thought they took an elevator underground. That's what I heard.
Well,
But I
that's
guess
the first time I've seen that type of escape mechanism. mate.
Yeah, me
Those,
too.
Like little, they're like little, they're like little ski lifts, aren't they?
There's just so much stuff. Like if you look at the rocket, people make good points. Now, I was looking at this stuff yesterday. I was reading of these Satelloons. I was looking at NASA has all
they
these
just look like
Satelloons.
helium-filled balloons, man.
Yeah, they're the number one buyer of helium.
Yeah,
And then
I
you
mean,
look
that's
at the
it.
rocket,
For sure.
it's filled with helium. These rockets, they look so flimsy, these fucking things. When you get a close-up look at them.
Yeah, they look like these big inflatable children's castles and things, you know. The things
Yeah,
they jump on.
yeah.
They
That's
do,
what it
mate.
is, I think. Yeah. And oh man, just it's awesome to have people with common sense look at a lot of this stuff and just rip it apart. A lot of stuff it makes me laugh, but it's really not funny, but it is. I have to laugh because fuck it. It is hilarious.
Sure
It is.
Sure it is, Charles. Again, we get inundated, you know, there's porn and then there's porn of sci-fi. We get inundated with all these movies of sci-fi. And then so when they present something, here's a picture of a cloudy little background and we're going to show you endless surface. And then we're going to show you that there's a bunch of devices that are just, you know, in the air. And we call those satellites or, you know, whatever they want to call it. And then
They're
people
doing it
just...
in video games as well now, Charles.
Oh, very much so. Video games do the same thing, especially when they're, you know, they're training to people to kill each other through a video game. So you wouldn't even really know if you're not killing somebody in a real part of the world.
Yeah, I remember seeing something on that military training, and they would use the VR goggles, and that's exactly why they do it. It's sort of like MK Ultra, with the VR goggles, and they would train through these goggles. It looked so realistic, and then they couldn't tell the difference. They would do studies and stuff that they couldn't tell the difference between the VR goggles and reality. You know, and it kind of numbed them.
Yeah, we're always being manipulated through our senses. That's why when you hear people say, you know, Dom, does that make sense? I'm already perking up. I said, did he just say, does that make sense? Fuck, he's a sense boy. He thinks it's all about the senses. You know, I get it. You know, you can see things, you can smell things, you can taste things. I said, but do you think any of those senses could easily be misled? Sure they can. Especially when you start talking about the dream world. I said, are your senses there? The senses is once you wake up in the morning, and you're in that conscious state, you're playing with your senses. And those senses have been manipulated from the time you were birthed out of that form. Or born
What's
birthed
up,
into the
Phil?
form.
I've had dreams that it's always realistic in dreams. And I've woken up and I've had in dreams where I've been like cut by blades, and I would wake up and I have scratches on my fucking arm where I got cut in my dream, and I was bleeding out in my dream. It felt
But you know
so
you
real.
weren't. But you know you weren't, right?
What?
So there's some sort of program running. Because it's kind of like, we have to remember, play with the idea there's a subconscious. It's taking in all information. It's capturing it all. It just doesn't judge. Next thing you know, am I seeing something that I literally saw with my conscious state? In this case, I see it through a movie lens. Did I actually experience it? You almost have to question that from within. And then, and of course, there's another thing going on. That subconscious is picking up things that your conscious mind's never picking up. This is why when somebody says, I got mugged, but I don't remember, and all of a sudden now they start remembering, I said, so what? How are you able to describe that person to know when? But you said you never saw them, because there's something that's always there recording it all. So at that point, are those dreams, like the thoughts, are they ours? It's an effort of just entertaining ideals.
They could send mental pictures into your brain, just like when you have thoughts. And I wouldn't be surprised they got devices that could pick up your thoughts, because your thoughts are even. I've always wondered in your mind when you're thinking and talking, like when I talk to myself, I always wonder the voice in my mind. Is it creating a frequency of sound? You know what I mean? Like,
could be.
I'm talking in my mind, it's sound. So anyway, I don't think anyone gets what I'm saying, but
no, I get it. I get it, because I was going to give you an example. This is how I tell you I get it, Charles. I think me and Jason, I remember sharing with Jason where, think about when you're in another country. Next thing you know, you find yourself using an accent. For some people, they pick it up. So at that point, the sounds and frequency, what we call thoughts, because remember, what I remember hearing it was the language of consciousness is thoughts. So we have thoughts. Now, the person will say, yeah, but what happened when I speak? That's called afterthoughts. What about when I write? Those are called afterthoughts. They're afterthoughts. But if you're in silence, you're always in thoughts. You'll have thoughts. Now, you have to realize, okay, but I'm having thoughts in English. There you're becoming aware you've been conditioned. It's not ours to own. Those thoughts aren't ours. It's just there. It's like the frequency in the air. It's just there. It's not ours to own. That's the illusion. That's the condition. You think I should own things, opposed to questioning things. And then if you question it enough and you push hard enough, something might even give you the ability to say, now do you want to know the essence to things? But for a lot of folks, they're not here to serve each other. They're already here to serve themselves. But they're so desperately wanting to serve themselves, but yet they want other people to serve them. I said, well, then just be a selfish human being then. Don't read books. Totally on. Go on your own. No, leave the cards here. Go on your own. No, I don't want to do that, Dom. I said, okay, so now you're like the rest of us now. So are you going to participate and share back and forth, or are you just going to be a taker? And for a lot of people, if they're honest with themselves, they're a taker, the me, me, me society, which is okay. But if you have too many of them, then we have a problem now. What do you do with a whole bunch of people that are relying on grocery stores, gas stations? You put the responsibility on the elites that have done that? No, the onus is still on the masses. But as long as they keep entertaining us with leaders like the presidents, they're just ignoring the fact that when are you going to take accountability? Because a guy like the president, he's just a distraction. Now, whether or not they have an agenda, which is fine, and they're conspiring together, there's the difference. They have an agenda and they're conspiring together. But are we really conspiring together?
No, we're divided.
Yeah, of course we're divided. Now, we can blame our forefathers for that. But
everyone's waiting on Jesus, man.
Jesus.
He'll be here soon.
He could be.
He sent me an email the other day. He said,
I just missed him the other day there. He said, Dom, nobody's listening to me. I said, well, maybe the milk cart's not high enough. But again, Charles.
That's blasphemous.
It could be, or it could be solely entertainment. I get it. It's like if all of a sudden I'm having a conversation with you guys and we're talking about health and a guy says, listen, I want to participate too, but hey, I got to tell you guys I'm a doctor. What does it mean fucking being a doctor? It means fuck all to me. We're talking about health. I don't need to hear your grandstanding. And that's what people do when they say I'm a Christian or I follow Jesus. Okay, but what's the teachings? Forget about
the doctor's just going to tell you how to treat the problem. It
could be, Charles, and I'm willing to hear that. But if a person comes into a conversation trying to tell me their degree, how does that serve to me? Somebody tells me they're a Muslim. I said, what's the teachings? I don't give a shit if you're a Muslim. Now, they might get all upset. I said, but obviously they must care that they're a Muslim or a Christian or a Jew, or they say, I'm a proud American or I'm a fucking proud Canadian. It's okay, tell me when you're done. What do you mean? Okay, because my question would be, what part of Canada are we talking about? And why do you feel as though you need to have pride? I'm
going to go fight for your freedom. That's all I know.
Or your enslavement. It's probably they're fighting for their enslavement.
They're going to take someone else's freedom for my freedom. That's hilarious.
But how can we be free if we've been conditioned?
No, I know we're not free.
No,
bro.
I know.
It's
I know.
just
I'm
the
just
way
saying the
they
words.
say it.
Yeah.
You know, the soldiers be like, I fought for your freedom. And then I told the guy, I said, really? I said, so you mean you killed other people and took their freedom for our so-called freedom? Fucking don't make no sense, man.
No, it doesn't. But even if it did make sense, at that point I'd be laughing. So you're trying to tell me it makes sense to kill another human being under the disguise of thinking that you're going to be free? Have you ever killed a human being before? Well, no, because there'd be a trail chasing you. If you think being addicted to liquor is one thing, and then having those entities fucking play with you, dare not serve those folks and kill another human being. You're their slave at that point.
Shit, that's why the soldiers have nightmares.
Fucking right they do.
All the people they killed.
Yeah, sedate them with liquor, sedate them with weed. You know what I mean? And then they say, listen, you took another human being down. And of course, their justification is, well, I'm fighting for my country. I said, okay, so you defended your mother, but you killed somebody else's child. Do you see the morality in all of that? But they don't, Charles. That's why I say I don't give a shit about the masses. They're going to do what they're going to do, and they're going to say what they're going to say. It's usually when I meet characters like you, I enjoy, because now we can actually share with each other. We can play with those words, but I'm not going to be stuck on them. For a lot of them, they are going to be stuck on it. Oh, Dom, I'm parroting I'm a Christian. I'm parroting I'm an American. I'm parroting I'm a whatever. I'm like, okay, the many I ams and the persona behind it. So how does it serve
We are like
you?
parrots. We are like parrots.
Poor parrot. We're offending the poor parrot. At least we know it's being conditioned. You know, we get a whole bunch of sheeps, put a military outfit on them, and watch them all go over a cliff. I said, that's you foot soldiers. And I'm using.
Correct you, but the plural of sheep is sheep, isn't it?
I don't know. Is that what it is, Jason?
Yeah, I'm only being pedantic with you.
I was going to change the word humans. I would say humans.
I need an excuse just to break in because I've got to go, guys. I've got to go to the store.
Okay. See you in a bit. If you come back,
all right, Jason.
If you're still on later though, Charles, I'll come back. Yeah.
Okay.
Enjoy yourself, Jason.
All right. Thanks, Charles.
Have a great evening.
It's
thanks for coming up, Jason.
Yeah. Thanks for coming to the comedy club.
Yeah, but if you're still here when I get back, I'll come back if that's okay.
Okay.
All right, guys.
It's evening over there. It's right, 11.
No, it's
5. It's 5:30 over there, huh?
4:30.
Mm.
Because the clock's changed. Remember. So, okay. I'll speak to you later, then, guys. Yeah.
Ciao, Jason.
Yeah. Thank you.
I was watching this video. I was just thinking about the sun and how they're 6 hours ahead over there. And this guy found out something very interesting about airports. He said airports are shaped like this old tool. I think it's sextant. Let me look it up. I think he said it was an old style sextant. All airports are shaped. And the runway is always facing Polaris or something. I forgot. He figured something out. It was pretty interesting.
Yeah, that's when
I don't want to misquote him. I should have saved the fucking video.
Yeah, that's when they talk about the Earth's surface and all that, and people want to understand the levelness of the Earth. And you know, I remember when people used to say, "But it took an hour longer to go back to my destination opposed to when I was coming to it." I said, "Yeah, because they're not always using the same freeway. So what they'll do sometimes is if you're going, say, from Toronto to New York,
you could be going into the wind instead of with it.
That could be it, but again, they're going to make sure that the airwaves are different. So some planes have to take off and they got to go more northwards. So you're deviating from the highway that you came one way. This is why there's a distance. But this is where people say, if it's always changing and it's a circular thing or whatever, we're moving, then therefore you should either be behind or be somewhere quicker. It'll be like throwing a rock up in the air or something up in the air high enough, and it'll be up there for say 5 minutes. That means if everything's moving, it should be over there eventually, but it isn't. It's going to come back right here. So we're living on a stationary whatever it is, you know. But to combat the Earth's surface being flat, when it clearly isn't flat, we have curvatures, we have like planes and all that, or it's a globe looking at those two spheres and assuming that it's those two spheres. Like, it's a story that's been fed to us, you know. But I can't confirm one way or the other those things, let alone something else. But unfortunately, when you can't confirm it, this is where the puppy mill mentality works, and then people start jumping on. Well, then I'm going to create a cult called Flat Earthers because we can't prove it one way or the other. You know, we're going to get information from NASA, never a straight answer, and then we're going to use the same information they do against them, the same information to reinforce our imagination, which is okay. But then again, the question would be, how would it serve if whether or not you found out that the Earth's surface is or isn't the way you think it is? By the way, me and Charles saw aliens. How are we going to prove that to you? How many books do you think we would have to write?
I saw a UFO yesterday. It's cigar shape. I got pictures of it.
Well, Phil,
For
you
real.
are a UFO. You are a UFO.
No, I'm a UAP. God damn it.
Hey, Phil.
We all got UFOs. Our
guys.
bodies.
What's up, buddy?
Can you give us a
Yeah.
crayon drawing of it, Phil? So just to confirm it, a crayon.
I already
drawing.
sent it to you. It's already sent to you. Yeah.
Thanks, Phil. It's good to entertain these things. It's good to entertain. And if you've experienced it, all the power to you. But again, how do we share that with somebody else outside of using a very cumbersome language?
It was crazy. I was sitting there talking to a girl from high school that called me, and I look up, and there it is, above the treetop. And I tried to get video of it, but my video wouldn't turn on because I was on the phone talking to her. So I was like, "Son of a bitch." So I snapped some pictures of it, but it didn't turn out too well. Yeah, it was pretty nutty. That's the second one I've seen in 10 years. But I'm a liar, so there's that.
You tell stories, Phil. I like the stories, and they could be truthful, or they could be, like you said, maybe a lie.
Well, I'm not gonna tell a story that's not true because I don't have time for that shit. I'd rather be made fun of for something that's real and truthful than be made fun of for something that's a lie. So that's the way I see it.
Well, once again, it's one of those things, Phil. Whether you experienced it or you observed it, you're going to be seeing it through your eye.
I observed it because I didn't get a ride in the UFO, so I didn't experience it like a ride at the Cedar Point.
Again, if I saw an alien, I could say / I experienced it, but I also observed it. But I'm seeing it through my eye of the beholder. So at that point, it's been recorded for me. Unless somebody's going to say, listen, Dom, we're going to do this thing called a lie detector. I said, what is that going to indicate? You're going to see patterns or whatever? If I told you I saw it, the only thing a person can do is say, Dom, I heard you. Whether or not they trust me, it's still a belief system because you could trust me, Phil. Listen, Dom's shown me many times over he's trustworthy. So I told you something you've never seen before. So you're going to trust me, but it's still a story or a belief system that you're going to receive it from.
And I know you would experience that alien because you're a perv like that. So
yeah, I am that way. Huh?
There's that. So that poor alien.
Well, I did the abduction, by the way. I'm the one that did the abduction. So
I got anal probed him first.
It was more of a toe probing because that's how we go from. We don't. Humans like to do it from there. I don't do that way. I do it from the toe. Yeah.
Okay, that's a new one on me.
I'm kinky
cool.
that way, Phil.
Cool.
you humans, when you do those type of probing, you're savages.
Well, yeah, we are.
Fuck.
Big savages.
Well, no, in the bigger picture, we're insignificant savages. Humans are just right up there with like an earthworm.
That's what they want to tell us. But our spirits aren't insignificant. Our spirits are very significant. So there's that part.
But it's still
all
good
right,
to
let's see
Go ahead.
if this connects right here. I'm curious. I don't even know if he said an old sextant, but I think I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Oh shit! It does kind of look like it.
Navigating the stars.
Very
right?
interesting. I got two
What's
airports
up,
from above. What's up, Phil? Look, here's one airport from above, and then look at the sextant. It kinda.
Yeah, I see anarchy sign. Anarchy. Excellent spot.
Interesting. Very interesting.
What's your
but all airports aren't like this. Because I've seen airports that just have one road. They have one in Bristol, Connecticut. There's for little airplanes. It's just one fucking runway. One little.
Yeah, because they angle it with the wind, the tailwinds and the headwind. They try to. Anyway.
And I've noticed airports are always near water, most of them, or they're near railroad tracks.
Yeah. I'm thinking, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Well, in the middle of nowhere, but the airport's by the river here, so it's still by water, technically.
Didn't General Motors shut down like a few decades before the fentanyl crisis? Man.
Del Carimi and Guy Lamp shut down here in 1983. The majority of them. They laid off 14,000 workers. There was like 27,000 between both factories.
Dude, all these factories all over the country, you know, taxes. I don't know if this is part of their plan, you know, like the banks have pretty much took all the houses.
Yeah.
I rarely see anybody that owns their property and house anymore. It's all owned by the banks. They all got you got to go get a 30-year fucking and they do that because they know most of these people ain't gonna last 30 years. They're gonna fail, and the bank still has the house, and the next idiot will come along and get a 30-year plan. It's just monopolizing. They know it's very rare someone's gonna make that 30 years. They'll probably be dead or lose their job or something will happen. And it's insane because I remember my friend / she was my landlord and friend, but my friend that passed away of cancer, they own properties over there, and she was telling me it was a 30-year plan, and I'm thinking they paid it off though. But the point is, you still don't own the fucking property. You might so-called own the house, but you miss a tax payment, boom, your shit's gone.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a joke, man.
It's a scam. Scheme.
That's why I never wanted to get myself into these 30-year plans, and I don't know, whatever. You know,
my first house
their boat, man.
My first house was $185 a month on a 25-year mortgage.
It ain't bad though.
No, but if you'd have done it then, way back then, when you were younger, it wouldn't have been so bad. Now, you see, that's my point. But I get what you're saying. The market is all fucked up for sure.
I know people feel that we're buying houses. One of my old bosses, Drezik, he passed away, but he was, and his father too, back in the day, was buying houses and 6-family houses for $1. I shit you not, a fucking buck. The city was selling them for some of them. They were abandoned, and they needed a lot of work inside. They had to gut them and redo everything. So that's why they went for $1, because you're going to spend a lot of money. You got to do new plumbing, new electrical, new sheetrock, and all blah, blah, blah. Right. But still, for a fucking
just
buck,
about dilapidated. Shit. I get it. I get what you're saying. I'd bought one if I needed it. Hell yeah.
And it's going to happen again.
Probably.
Look, like, they did this sidewalk here. One day I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to walk down. This stupid fucking sidewalk is where tax money's going. And down the street, 2 streets are side streets. They're dead ends because of the highways there. But somebody bought all them fucking houses just to knock them all down and put a stupid fucking walkway. I shit you not. At least 12 houses, nice ones, were knocked out. I think the Jerome home, it's an old folks place, bought it. I'm not sure, but I got to go check it out.
Hey, that
This
video
whole
I sent you,
neighborhood I live in changed, man. Since I grew up, all
I
this
sent
shit
you a video.
changed.
I sent you a video on Telegram. It shows the cruise missile flying into the Pentagon, and it shows the Building 7. You can hear the explosion. You like it?
Oh yeah, I remember that video.
Yep. I sent it to you.
Do you have one, Phil, on Building 3? Did you get the one on Building 3?
No, fuck Building 3, man. It's irrelevant. Why you bring that shit up?
Hey, Phil.
Don't forget about Building 7.
Yeah,
all my other channel and
That's all
Facebook
people
stuff-
talk about is Building 7, Building 7, Building 7. Fuck Building 7.
Anyways, all my stuff is locked down for about a week so I can get this other phone in and get it repaired. But I started up temporary channels if you want to find me on Facebook. I still use the same name.
All right. I got you. What are you doing?
Hey, all that 9/11 stuff was the biggest gold heist and insurance scam in the world.
Absolutely. I'd like to have that van that got stuck on the curb that had a bunch of gold bars in it.
Yeah, and they killed the detectives off that found that. They murdered him.
Imagine that. You like to do that.
Yeah,
I've seen
then
a
all of a
thing.
sudden, then all of a sudden you got Elon Musk is famous.
I seen a thing yesterday where all the president's private chefs were getting killed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that one. I was like, what's he cooking? They gotta kill his ass. Damn.
Yeah, they're exposing everything to the point right now where it'll never go back. Like the generals and stuff are standing up and they're getting booted, but at the same time as they're standing up and getting booted, they're exposing themselves.
Yeah,
it's interesting. Yeah, it's interesting to watch.
Well, look at this. Check this shit out, guys. Look what I found. Watch.
Boop, boom. Ha!
Hey, that's how you get through this right now? Hey, bro, that's how you get through this right now? It ain't even noon, and I've gotten more done today than most people do, and I've been jacking off and talking to you the whole time. We don't need these cocksuckers, bro.
yeah, no, absolutely not.
I've been saying that for years. Good luck on other people taking that in.
Yeah. It's all gonna
90% of the population loves the government and thinks we need them.
Hey, hold on just a second. Let me cut in just for a second and point something out. I literally can have dated timestamp pictures sent to you right now just over the last 3 hours, and I cut up a full-size Chevy by myself, taking my time and bullshitting with you. And it's documented by timestamp picture. And I've been bullshitting with you the whole time all morning, have I not?
Yeah.
We don't fucking need these cocksuckers.
You lazy ass.
What?
You heard me. About time you done something.
What the fuck?
I'm trying to knock this El Camino out real fast and get this place looking real sharp so I can hit the road.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you got Mino done, buddy.
Yeah, I'm not interested in none of the cars they got for sale now. So unless I get my Harley or this El Camino, I've been walking. I've been literally getting new vehicles and giving them away. Everybody's looking at me like, what are you doing? I don't want that. Giving it away. Fucking. You know what's funny though? At the same time as I'm doing that, I'm getting all the stuff that I thrive for and enjoy. I'm serious.
What'd you do? Get another remote control car?
Yes.
No.
Hey man, that other Bigfoot that I already had that was modified from nitro to electric, That's no longer electric. Yeah, that's no longer electric. It's back to nitro. I got a brand new fucking motor on it. So now I got 2 of them nitro fucking Bigfoots.
Cool. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
This don't make sense. Look at all these ships that pop up out of nowhere and then they disappear. What the fuck is going on here? They just come out of nowhere.
Well, you don't think they're going to let you know the important shit anyways, do you?
Oh, talking about disappearing. Who watched the NASA rocket and the airplane was flying by and the fucking thing just disappeared? I'm going to pull that footage up, yo. Like there's a green screen in the way or something. The fucking airplane just disappeared when it was passing the rocket.
Yeah, I seen that.
You did?
Yeah.
That was fucking weird.
This is funny.
Hey, we have major spacecraft shit going on in the air, and they're being escorted by fighter jets. I'm hearing nothing but fighter jets all day long, and the thing is, I stand up and look at the sky, and I don't see anything. Nothing, nada.
Yeah, they're being escorted because they're government crafts. That's why.
Yeah, but I'm also just a couple miles away from Camp Grayling. That's one of the biggest air forces in Michigan. And they've been locking down the highways. They've been locking down the highway, launching planes from the fucking highway to get killed up.
When you see people be like, "Oh man, the military was flying next to the UFO." Yeah, it's because that's $1 billion craft and they're escorting. Fucking people think they're aliens in there and shit. Look at this shit. Come on, play.
Yo, TR3B.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
That was one of the drones that got shot down.
That's CGI. Do like everybody else. That's fake. Fake news. Conspiracy theory.
All right, man. I'm out of here, man.
Show me what's fake about it.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Hey, Phil.
The guy sounds like you, Chuck. I thought it was you saying it. Yeah.
Phil, make sure to come find me on Facebook and subscribe to me so I can yap at you. I got to get back to work. I got people coming.
All right.
No, it could be. You never know. It could be fake. I just want to know how people tell the difference. Sometimes I could tell that it's AI by the hands suck, and there's different things that the AI it breaks down sometimes. But yeah,
usually you can tell by the smoke. It's not dark gray smoke. It's usually fake. Yeah, it looks real.
I got a funny
Them
video.
drones are for real.
Check this out, Phil. I don't think you've seen this.
Help! We need backup!
You can do it, baby!
That's the Japanese Prime Minister.
That's enough!
Now look at Putin behind him. Putin's got the binoculars. Karg Island. That's the plane he's supposed to blow up.
You got 10 seconds! Believe me, you don't want this! 5 seconds! Very serious
He
situation!
kept brushing his teeth.
3. I'm ready! 1 last chance! You know what? Forget it. Let's do this the smart way. We talk. Okay.
Let's make a deal. That's a good point. I'll take it. Best negotiation I had today.
That's hilarious, yo. Iran is just clowning that fucking guy.
That's how they should. That's a good idea. They ought to, instead of wars, they ought to put them in a UFC ring, leader against leader, and a fight to the death. You want to fight war? Let's do it. That's what it ought to be.
Like they say, it used to be like that back in the days, allegedly, right? The king would fight,
right,
with his people, with his army. Nowadays, you got fucking politicians telling the military what to do. I call it the United States of Israel.
Oh yeah.
But even back in the day when they used to have kings fight kings, did you know actually who funded them? Again, when you're looking at that, what you just showed was a mockery on us. So as you're talking about two supposedly puppet leaders, who's actually funding them?
Banks, probably.
Who's fueling?
In Iran, though, aren't they rich from all their oil?
Again, who's fueling the bankers? See, you're looking at very low middle management.
It's the Nordic.
Who is it?
The Nordic.
It's damn. I watched the video. They're called the society, the Pilgrim Society.
It could be, Charles. That's why when countries actually have to get somebody to invest in their cause. This is why some people will hedge gold. So now, who has the gold? Is it royal families? Is it the Vatican? And even that, those two are still middle management.
Right.
Phil, you said earlier about owning. What can we truly own? Is that illusion?
Nothing. We own the illusion. That's it.
Okay, so when people that are, we'll call them the elites, do they openly admit that they own anything?
No, because they put it on trust.
Yeah, but do they openly admit it, or do they say that they're rulers?
They're just ruling over it.
Big difference.
And we're the dummies that believe that we can own it.
No, Charles. They're saying that they're rulers. They never openly admit that they're owners. So if you have a ruler,
but they fool us to believe we can own a house or the land and work our entire life.
Phil just said it. It's an illusion. That's the illusion you do to yourself. They never told you that. You know, and even if one of them said it,
but you're missing my point. We fall for it, and that's all they need to be a ruler.
Yeah, but we fall for it, and it just takes one, and then the rest of us do the telephone game. But if you become aware that there's rulers, then the next question is, who are the owners then? If there's even such things. This goes back to tribes. Tribal, they knew. The tribes they knew enough because they used to respect their wise people. We never own anything. We steward it. So if anybody that says that they own anything or they're taking away things that belong to me, you're talking to an NPC. You're talking to a sleeper. Hence the distraction. Don't be distracted by a cartoon fucking character. Look at each other, hear each other. Am I talking to somebody that's trustworthy or somebody that's asleep? Anybody that fights for the cause that we should own things, run from them. They're asleep. You know, they're in the enchantment, which is fun to play with, as long as you're aware that you're playing the game. Now, if they don't like the word play, okay, what, do you want to use the word reality? Sure, whatever, fill your boots. And if they use the word Christian, run. I read the Bible. That's nice. You read the Bible. 101, fuck, you got conditioned with the language, and now they actually teach you to read from left to right. Good accomplishment.
Dom's new trigger word, Christian.
No, it's not a word of Christian. If it was Christian.
The acronym for Bible is basic indoctrination before leaving Earth.
I like that one, by the way, Charles. That's a good initial, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But you should be able to question things. So if somebody, like it shows is saying jokingly about a Christian, you should be able to question it. So what does it mean to be a Christian? Let alone what does it mean to be an atheist or a humanist? For them, if we're going to use an English language, that's why I'm saying meaning. At that point, most people are going to give you a deer in the headlight look and say, "Oh, I don't know, Tom. I'm just sharing my view." I said, "Okay, but we're also peddling our views. I'm doing it right now."
No.
There you go. There's that. Oh, I got duct tape over my mother.
Damn. I forgot what this guy said. Baking soda. I should have wrote it down. Baking soda.
I'm giving you sound effects today, Dom. I'm
loving it, Phil. By the way, I'm loving it. Thanks.
Oh, baking soda. Fuck. It was cayenne pepper, baking soda, and lemon. Oh, okay, I got it. Took me a second for my brain to start. I'm gonna try that. Baking soda, though.
Started like an old Harley here, Chuck. That's where your brain works. I said, you ever seen one of them Harleys that kickstart real hard?
Yeah.
That's your brain.
That's what I gotta do to my brain. I just think these cartoons are fucking hilarious, man.
Well, they are, Charles. Don't get me wrong, they are. But if we were living in a different country and you posted that, where did Charles go? I don't know.
I think the FBI picked him up.
That's crazy. Like China and stuff. The streets are always clean and this and that, but yeah, man, their rules are way more strict.
Are they? We don't know that.
Yeah, we don't. We've been told.
Yeah, we told Russia was the enemy the whole time.
I want to live in China where these people live with houses on stilts. This guy went to visit in the middle of nowhere in the wilderness. They don't pay no rent. They grow their own food. They live on
That's
houses
what I'm talking
stilts.
about. Right there. That's life. That's it.
But they're living like that in the States and Louisiana. They live on stilts. Those
Yeah,
houses are on stilts. You know,
well, they do
water.
all on the coast.
They do?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, all the houses are on the coast. Down south, they're on stilts.
Yeah, say bye-bye to your car if there's a major push of water. Bye-bye, car.
Yeah, I'm in sure.
Yeah, or they'll blow the like they did in Louisiana. They blew the National Guard blew up the what was that fucking wall or whatever to keep the water out.
Some of those
I think those projects were below sea level, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. But in some places in the world, they just have to open up a couple of dams. Bye-bye, little village down there. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
That's the way Miami is. Miami's
That's what happened
lower.
when that hurricane hit North Carolina over there, or was it North Carolina? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They opened the dams up and didn't tell the people, and that's what flooded everything.
Yeah.
And killed a lot of people too.
We've become so inundated and conditioned that it's so easy, and I don't even like to use the word easy, but it is. It's so easy to cripple any country economically, first and foremost. It would be the easiest thing. You know, hey, that's it. In America, Canada, no more 18-wheelers, no more boats coming to you. Give it about a week, and all of a sudden they're going to do The Walking Dead. I said, yeah, really, The Walking Dead? You think you're going to find fucking pop everywhere, and you're going to survive off of that, and you're going to still have your fucking extra weight?
You got to be backpacking in Mountain Dew,
people,
there you go.
That food stops coming in. It's going to be serious, man. People will be eating each other. It's going to be no joke.
Big Mountain Dew, $20 a 6-pack.
If your money's even worth anything at that point, Phil.
Yeah, well, I'll take shekels.
Take shackles.
Fucking motherfuckers that be kicking your door and stealing your soups. They'll kill you for a soup.
Dom, I'm shocked that you use the word easy. I'm so surprised.
Yeah, I know. I'm a little floozy I'm a little floozy that way.
Wow.
Because right after easy, I have to say it's hard.
You just went down. You're cool for it.
But everyone would be like, I could go survive in the woods. See, me, what Chuck would do, I would try to go near the Connecticut River, even though they say there's mercury in there. But I would be eating eels or I try to go somewhere where there's fish to fish.
Charles, you know what it is, Charles? It's like when people go on vacation. Oh, I love Cuba. I like all these other different foreign countries. My currency's way better. I said, yeah, you're a tourist. How would it be when you've been there for a month or a year? Sure. Yeah. People will say, listen, I'm going to do surviving or whatever. Okay. So you got a whole bunch of food now. You got a tent. You got like about 38 fucking pounds of food on your fucking backpack. So what are you going to do after a week or 2 weeks? And how are you going to bring all your supplements back up? Again, it's a nice story. And I think even the elites, whoever they are, they wouldn't even want that. because they realize fucking humans would be fucking destructive.
Well,
People
they got
would be.
underground facilities stacked with food probably already.
They might, Charles. But again, for most of us, how does it serve us when we don't have that?
I was cool in Colombia until them 2 hookers with STDs come to the room.
It's going to be
you kinky fella. It's okay.
like I said, people would be so hungry they'll probably cut an arm off a dead person to eat it. It'd be no
There
joke.
you go.
Man.
Maybe have
I'm just saying, Colombia's a good place to go vacate. You got all the blow.
People think I'm just saying that like it wouldn't happen, man. No, it would.
But it might,
It'd
because
be
people will record it.
critical.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, you deliver a baby. Besides eating the placenta, can we eat your baby too while we're here? Sure, why not?
Well, yeah, I'll take the placenta home and keep the baby.
Here's one, Charles. Here's one, okay? Let's play the wonderful story of Kunta Kinte with roots. Okay?
Toby.
Baby
Toby,
back
Toby.
roots.
Okay. So all of a sudden now, a slave dies or gets killed. Okay? And all of a sudden the rest of the slaves say, fuck, they're really feeding us good food this week. What do you think they're feeding
What
them?
happened to Johnny?
There you go. You figured it out.
Hey, he tastes pretty good.
Yeah, we don't
Not
feed
bad.
Johnny. Yeah, we don't feed Johnny to these slaves. What we do is the other master down the farm, we give Johnny to them, and then they feed them. Oh, we're getting meat
Oh, you
today.
think we give a fuck that much to trade our slaves for food? Hell no, you're eating, Johnny, motherfucker. Eat and get back to work.
There you go. There you
They
go.
better-
As a lot of people are going to McDonald's and saying, listen, how did they produce all these cows so quickly to feed all these big chains and all that? Well, it could be humans. It could be humans.
Yeah, I say how that
Yo.
baby and worm taste.
When you bring that up, Dom, I'll never forget. I still picture it in my mind the day I went to McDonald's. We were pulling in right up the street here, and they have that sign, "1 million served."
A billion. I think it was a billion. Yeah. And then meanwhile,
And
they
it
were.
hit me.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
And then
when
they-
it hit me. I thought about cows, and I'm like, 1 million a day? Where's all these?
And then they
birds
openly
coming from?
report how many hundreds of thousands of children go missing. They're mocking us. They're basically saying, guess what you're eating?
Do not correlate the two. You're
Stop
getting
it.
seen here.
I'm scared. I'm
Nothing
scared.
seen.
This guy Finkelstein admitted that that's what they're doing. And so they are mocking us. Yeah, that's wild, man. And now that I think about it, like,
Sickos.
how come we never see like flyers of all these missing children? That's a lot of like, I've seen the numbers, these alleged numbers, and it's pretty fucking high, man.
I think it's too high. I think it's inflated. I think
Yeah, it could be inflated.
It's a
Everything's
trap.
inflated. Yeah. Well, your American currency is inflated. British pound is inflated.
Hey, don't
so
bring
why
it
not
up, Canuck. Hey, don't bring up our money, Canuck.
It's not yours.
Maybe
It's not yours, Phil. Again, it goes back to the idea that we think we
live in
own
a
anything.
sick
America,
world.
America, America.
Damn, so that means we've all eaten human. Probably
Hell
didn't
yeah,
even know
we did. It
man.
was good too. Just think of it. It was good, and you'll be okay. That's all you gotta do. It was pretty good. Not bad for your little
How
child.
come when you eat McDonald's, you shit it out an hour later? No, it ain't good. Your body don't want that shit.
Well, it was at the
Like
time.
Taco Bell, I used to call it Taco Hell because when you shit, it'd be oh man.
Man, I ain't done eating none of that fast food for 10, 15
I used to
years,
work
man.
there. Yeah, me neither. But then I think to myself, well, I don't eat fast food, but shit, what's in the grocery store? Is that any better? Probably not.
No. The only thing I'm picky about is the meat. You gotta go to a butcher shop for that shit.
Yeah, but what are they butchering? That's the question.
No, it's a family butcher shop. I know the people.
Yeah, you know them.
I know them. Yeah, I know.
You're eating Willie, Johnny, and Ashley.
No, not here. I mean, he could be feeding somebody else that shit, but he better not feed it to me.
Phil, man, we need to find some of these underground entrances, man. I'm gonna go underground and find. We gotta go
We
armed.
started
though.
Mammoth Cave in Kentucky. We just start there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all lead to the same fucking system.
Imagine getting lost down there and we're walking down a road fucking that's 80 miles long. You'd starve by the time we reach across the country.
I got a better plan. I say we steal a TR-3B and start hitting these places up. Poof.
That'd be awesome.
If we're gonna dream, we might as well
We
dream.
need
big.
electric bikes, as a matter of fact. If we're gonna go, we have to have an electric bike or something.
We'll have Cage give us a ride on his electric bike and tell him to get the fuck on the road. Get out of here now.
What that movie They Live, when they went underground?
Yeah. I've never seen that movie.
I personally think there's lands that they're hiding from us, man. If I had a boat, I would try it. But the military probably turn us around. They'd be like, "You have entered whatever. This is the United States slavery."
I believe.
Slavery
I think
control.
that everything's down and up is hell, down is heaven. We figured this out a long time ago.
Well, up is north and down is south.
Yeah, up is hell, the deep dark abyss, and down is heaven.
Damn, I never thought of that. Up is dark abyss.
Yeah, it's
But
a
I
prison.
still think there's lands above our head.
Jesus had to ascend and talk to the prisoners.
I've been looking at a lot of cosmology, you know, whether it's true or not, but there seems to be land above our head too.
Huh. Yeah. I don't know about that.
These Titan trees, if you read about the Australian Aboriginals or the Aztec Aboriginals, they talk about these giant trees, and they talk about people that lived on the firmament. Now, how true it is, I don't fucking know, but it's interesting.
Well, my new stance is I don't give a fuck, don't love or hate anything here, because then I'm caring about the kingdom of the evil one. So I don't give two fucks about his mess.
Isn't he the kinky one now, Phil? Not the evil one, the kinky one.
Hey, don't put him in my caliber. How dare you? He ain't
Look
that
at my
cool.
boy Skeletor.
I like his hoodie. I like his little pull-on hoodie and all that.
He looks like
Purple,
he looks like one of the Muslim women.
Skeletor reminds me of a Skull and Bones member.
You know he's gay as fuck, man. That guy is.
I used to love Skeletor and G.I. Joe, man. My
talks like Mike
grandfather
Tyson.
was so cheap, he wouldn't buy me the real G.I. Joes. He would buy me some Chinese bootleg.
No, not the fake shit.
Yeah.
And you gotta have the real deal where the arms move.
Yo, my grandpa was really serious about budgeting money because he grew up. He was born in 1920. He grew up when you had to get in line for soup. Yo, my grandpa said they used to eat potato soup. Him and his 9 brothers, like.
Yeah, he's a frugal motherfucker. I guarantee that. Guarantee that.
When you used to tell me stuff like that, I would be like, I have no reason to complain, man. I gotta shut up. Because my life is nothing like my gramps had. And we were poor. But my grandpa was poor, right? I thought I was poor until he would tell me these stories. And I was like, damn, I got it. We're poor and I got it better than my grandpa had it.
Yeah, my grandpa, they all raised rabbits. They raised their own rabbits. That's what they ate for meat. Go out there and kill your rabbit.
Hey, that shit.
My ancestors
Nothing wrong with that.
Were cow raisers. They used to raise cows.
My grandpa worked in the tobacco fields, and the corn and tobacco they used to grow up here in Farmington, Connecticut. They have fields right next to the Farmington River.
We raised horses, and we turned them all into glue, and I ate the glue. So you'd be that kid in 1st grade that eats glue. And that's how
They
we did
probably
it.
use horse meat, as a matter of fact, too. And rats.
That's the dog food, Alpo, yeah.
And these McDonald's burgers, I bet you they use, like, rats multiply it by a lot. Imagine you using rat meat. Then I could say, okay, maybe then, because the rats, they multiply so many, you could make a lot of burgers out of them. But
I still got cases of glue. If anybody wants some glue, just let me know.
Wow, what is it like? Is it organic glue or is it?
Well, hell yeah, it's organic from fucking horses raised on hay.
Organic
but were
Were
they
the
actually
grass fed?
Exactly. Were they grass fed, Phil?
Yes, it's grass fed on the farm I grew up on.
Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah, I ain't gonna teach you, man. I got you.
Okay, that glue is safe then. I'll consume it. Can I also use it to pin up things up on the wall? Is it
If
that
you
type
want,
of-
I don't suggest using it for that. I'd rather eat it, but whatever you want to do with it.
But is it liquid enough that I could put a straw in it?
Yeah, it's like Elmer's consistency. We copied their recipe. Except it's not as white. It's a little tanner. But it's still good. It's still good. Kind of like cinnamon.
But better.
Way better. Way the fuck better.
Okay. So is it safe to say the horse weren't diabetes? They didn't have diabetes.
No, they didn't die of diabetes. Well, one might have, but no more than that.
Okay, so I'm going to say this.
The rest of them had fucking swords all over them. I don't know what the fuck that was. But
was the saddle still on them when you were putting them and making them glue?
No. We gotta save the leather.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna say
that shit's funny.
Of course.
When I go to the store, it says grass-fed cows.
Chemtrails, geoengineered grass.
Like that matters, you know. They've been injected with steroids. Who knows what else? But they're grass-fed.
They're eating aluminum, barium, strontium in the grass.
I feel bad for them animals, man. The cows and shit. The life they got to live, you know. And then I've seen videos of the people on the farm snatching the baby cow from the mother, and just all types of fucked up shit.
Hey, Dom, our motto.
I think my life's bad.
Our motto for the company is "It sticks to your ribs."
What's up, Yahweh? It bothers me when I see animals getting hurt. I don't know. I get this like feeling of dread comes over me when I watch animals get fucking hurt. It makes me want to fuck somebody up.
Again, Phil, thanks for the comedy. I love it.
No problem, man.
It's always good, actually. It's good for the heart, good for the brain.
Oh yeah, you gotta laugh.
I get the idea that you know, we're not the only channel that does this. Where people, I think, should be permitted or just choose to air their grievances, whatever that may be. But I'm wondering whether or not some people, if not a lot of people, have the ability to transmute that. Then, because
I don't think they can, man. I think you're right. I don't think they can.
Because eventually what it becomes is be no different somebody that's always happy. I say, but can you transmute it? What do you mean? Can you shift it a bit? Because it's not always about dooms and roses. So talking about, in this case, governments or the elites or whatever, it's a good place to talk about. And you can grievances. Chuck was just giving an example, poverty. My father or my grandparents had it worse than me. We can do comparison, but can we transmute it? Both, mentally, emotionally, physically. It might still be the same way, but then again, now you have to bring in your attitude. How can you see it differently? Because if not, then what we're doing is we're doing like a cartoon character. We're spinning our wheels over and over again, and then once they give us a cartoon version of Donald Trump, I'm right back again. I'm fucking at the bar drinking again. But literally, can we shift it a bit? Whether or not it might be, let's play the game. How would it be if me, Phil, and Chuck were elitist? As one example. Or
that'd be a fucked up world.
Yeah. Could be. It already is, Phil. So at least,
Hey, for the
more the humans.
Cartoon characters, I want to be Mighty Mouse. Just saying.
Okay, Mighty Mouse. I'll be Mickey Mouse, and Chuck can be whoever you want. So you can be one of the guys from...
I'll be Daffy Duck.
Okay, Daffy Duck. So now, we could either be elitist or we could be middle class. Because really, it'd be different if we had all kinds of characters here. Okay, I'm a billionaire, I'm a police officer, I'm a person that owns a bunch of businesses. But it sounds like a lot of us must have something in common where we're here. Besides just humor or just having grievances.
You're not Daffy Duck, you're Laffy Fuck. What you are.
That may be true. Okay, that may be true.
Charles, not you. You Laffy Fuck.
Okay, it could be true. I say it could be true because he might be what you say he is, or he might be playing.
Well, I didn't say he's nothing. Don't be cool and fucking words in the mouth.
Like when you go to certain communities, they're talking about the same thing over and over again. It's like watching wrestling. You go away from wrestling, you come back a year later, they're still doing the same thing over and over again. Different characters,
waking
same
up
story.
and rewinding the movie.
In that case, when they are talking about Chuck, I agree with everything they say. I'm like, you got it right. He's a piece of shit. he's this.
Someone's got to be a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Well, I know you can take it, Chuck.
Don't take that away
They
from
don't
me,
even talk
Phil.
about you. They don't give two fucks about you, bud.
No, okay. That's
I'm
a good
sorry.
position to be in. That's a good position to be in if nobody gives a
I'm
fuck
just
about
letting
me.
you know.
Thank you, Phil. You've complimented me. You've said, Dom, we've put you out. We put you to the pasture. Thank you.
Yeah, until Beck starts talking, then brings up shit from 3 years ago, and then you're a dick again.
Oh, leave me alone. Poor me now. No.
Are you peeing?
It could be. It could be. Well, I do.
I let you hear the water.
See how you drag that in, Phil. You see how you drag that in?
I love it. Man, intro. That was
You can
smooth.
make fun of
wasn't
me. Why do you have to drag somebody else to make fun of me? And you can make fun of me if you want.
it? Everybody can make fun of me. I make fun of myself. Come on.
Well, I laugh with you, Phil.
No,
I
you
don't
laugh
make
at
fun
me.
of you.
I accept that.
No, I don't. I don't laugh fast.
You lying. You lying
See, now,
motherfucker.
well, I already am a liar. That's a given in my world. No, I'll laugh
I
with
know
you.
you fucked your mother.
Like if you talk about biblical stuff, I will laugh about the biblical stuff. I'm not laughing with you. I'm laughing about the biblical stuff.
Well, I laugh at it too because we know what it is. I laugh
No
at the
different.
laws.
Yeah, it's no different than the character. I get what the symbol means when Chuck was showing us a video of a cartoon character of a Donald Trump. We're giving a lot of airspace to a person. Let's say he is a psychopath or a narcissist or whatever. We're feeding what he wants. Opposed to best thing we could do is ignore that.
I agree.
People say people might say, but I have to live in it. I said yes, but it doesn't mean you have to give all your attention to it. Let alone
Don't give
some
it
of it.
any energy. I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We could talk about like what Phil you did actually. Let's talk about horses. Okay, I know you're joking about it, but maybe people do use it for glue. Who knows?
Well,
But
if we did grow up on a horse farm, the rest is up to interpretation. It's up to you to decide.
Jason's back, by the way. Chuck, if you want to give him a
I like
spoon.
Jason. I met him occasionally.
I don't think he drinks glue or eats glue.
Well, he will when he's done.
Well, do you put it in a glass jar or a plastic container, Phil?
Well, it depends how much you're paying.
Okay.
We have returnable bottles and we have throwaway bottles.
But does the BP help it a little bit better with the glue?
The who?
The BP or whatever for the plastic bottle? PHP or whatever it's called. When they use
Yeah. Well, we try to push the plastic to the people we don't get too fucked about. We know there's poisons in there. The glass is for premium customers.
Is that your model? We don't give a shit about certain types of people?
I didn't say that.
Fuck.
See? I didn't say that. You pulled that out of me. You're a slick motherfucker, dog. You're a slick motherfucker. How'd you do that?
I'm your competitor. I'm your competitor because I'm making glue out of chickens.
Cool. How's that taste? Maybe we'll have to swap recipes. Fuck off. Fuck off.
That sounded so official.
Yeah. I can do animal sounds. I grew up on a farm, damn it. I can do it. Is he here? Is Jason here?
Yeah.
Come on, Jason. Where you at, bud?
He's getting his spoon ready. Maybe his wooden spoon.
Horse glue farm to Jason. Horse glue farm to Jason. Get your bib ready, buddy.
You there, guys?
Hey man, what's up?
How's it going?
So
what's this conversation with drinking glue now?
Yeah,
See, look,
you
Jason.
in? You in?
Look how they point out here, Jason. Look how Antarctica changes shape through the years.
I knew he'd
Just look at the top left. 1507. Look at Australia.
Oh yeah.
Well, see, they had satellites then, but they weren't working too good. The cameras had a lot of smudge on them, so they got them all fucked up. Man, that'd be a hard job to be a cartographer. You know what? It'd be a hard job to be a cartographer or whatever. Cartographer? How do you pronounce that?
I imagine it would be, not only highly skilled, but if you got it wrong, whoever paid you to make the map might even have you executed.
Right, so I was getting ready to say, there's a peninsula here and you didn't put it on off of your head. Yeah, for sure, man. Some of them are really accurate too. Some of those old ones, it's amazing how precise they did get it. I mean, kudos to them.
Yeah, the whole story about solving the problem of longitude. In like, when was it? It wasn't even that long ago, was it? At medieval times, 200 years ago, 300 years ago. Up until then, technically, we couldn't make maps anyway because we didn't know how to measure longitude.
Well, that and you when the balloon became a thing that you could go up in it and get a bird's eye view, I'm sure that helped. It would have helped me.
That would have, but probably only for maybe short distances, shall I say. But yeah, I've always had this theory, right? And I know it sounds a bit mad, but you know, bear with me. Like in this country, we've got the audience survey map, right, which is a really highly detailed map. You've got the equivalent in the US, but I can't remember what it's called. I was thinking because these are all flat maps, because they're not very, they're not taken from very high in the sky. I was thinking if you got all of them and joined them together for the whole known plane, you might have a better map than.
Oh, this guy is mad. Jason's mad. Well, he just. You know what? You're probably right, Jason. Honestly,
but there is some sound thinking behind what I've said there, because somebody told me there's a problem when you make. Well, there's many problems with making maps, but one of them is the fact that when you zoom in on the coastline, very finite detail, it can be very, very accurate if you're just looking at, say, a couple of miles stretch. But the more you go up, it gets less accurate. So I was thinking if you got just all of the ones that were really accurate and joined all them together, then, yeah, maybe I do sound mad, but, just...
Don't get ready to sound mad, so you don't sound so mad, Jason. I'm about ready to come in and rescue you. Do you follow the Mandela effect at all?
Man, I'm a bit weirded out by the Mandela thing. I think it might be a get-out clause for people's bad memory.
Okay, well, listen here. Now, I think it's clues. Now, the South America, it's over 33 degrees to the east. Italy used to be straighter down. Now it's tilted more at 33 degrees. There seems to be a 33-degree repetition in it.
Oh, yeah, I have heard about that one, actually, about the, what is the most southern place in America, is it, or something, and it's changed?
Yeah, so I sounded madder. I sound more mad, more fucked up in the head than you. That's what I'm trying to achieve here.
Well, some people say New Zealand has moved completely to somewhere else.
I thought it was closer to Australia. And there's a land that's missing southwest of Australia. Like when they thought that MH370 went down.
Right.
Because I got a globe in a movie that has it on it, but now it's gone. Residue.
I'm gonna say do you know what? I don't talk about the Mandela very often because I've had that much hassle off people about it, telling me I don't understand it and all of this. But it's weird how most of it has come from Hollywood. And let's face it, we know who we're dealing with there in Hollywood.
Yeah, they're the ones doing all the lies.
Do you know what I mean? So
Hollywood's waving their wand, the TV antenna, that's their wand.
Yeah, that's a good point, Jason. That's a good point. But like the Statue of Liberty, now it's not on Ellis Island, it's on Liberty Island, and it's not on its original base, it's on 11-point Calipot.
Yeah,
which is
moved, doesn't it?
Which is the Tree of Life and the Tree of Death. Yeah. I think they're all clues, personally.
Some of them, I think, they're just a little bit weird. Like the Forrest Gump one, life is like a box of chocolates. Everybody thinks they know that line. Then they've been told different. I mean, I grew up on Star Wars, man. I was 7 when Star Wars come out. I've seen that film hundreds of times. But I still can't remember if he said, I am your father.
No, I remember it. He definitely did. Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. But I got a memory for things like that. I got a really good memory. It's a blessing and a curse.
I've got a fairly good memory, but when it comes down to things like that, not really. It's like, for example, the movie Jaws. There's the classic line. He says, "You're going to need a bigger boat."
Yeah, I remember that.
But he actually says that line 3 times in that film. And when people bring it up over the Mandela, they can't even remember the time that line, the fact that line's was used 3 times in that film.
Yeah, some of it's been taken way out of line. I agree with you on that. It's getting
but
they're trying to find it everywhere and everything.
Yeah. But like Dom said earlier, this is all speculation coming out of my mouth. You know, I'm not making any claims here, guys.
Right.
I'm just chatting far, to be honest.
For entertainment purposes only.
But let's say what you guys are saying, that they actually, because when they do movies, they do a lot of cutting and pasting. Are people to miss the whole movie and be stuck on the fact that they changed 1 or 2 words?
I think that would depend on whether the movie was any good or not.
It could be, but there could be a message in it. It's like when people talk about literally the Mandela. Okay, there is ways. How many people are going to truly go out and do the research and find out did they have a death certificate on the guy named Mandela? They're not. So what most people do is they're speculators, and then they cult up with each other. Those are no different than people here. I'm a Christian. I believe in heaven and hell. Okay, anybody here that actually been to heaven or hell? Well, not really. So then you're making up stories. Who gives a shit whether or not they change the fucking box of a Cheerio box or not? The fact that people talk about Mandela, you're talking to cult-like behavior.
Hey, Dom, you're right. You're right. So give us all the Mandela changes in 1974. And I've been watching it.
Okay, so here's one for you, Phil.
Just cultivating.
Okay, so here's one, Phil. Give me a second, Jason.
Quick thing. Go on. Okay. Sorry, go on.
Is John Holmes at home now? Or is it Mandela?
Okay, so here's one, Phil. Okay,
all right.
They've changed the calendar many times. There's your Mandela. They've decided to take a March 1st. We're going to make it March 15th. By the way, we're going to make 2019 and 220 between 219 and 221. We're going to shut down the world economy. There's another one. They can change the script whenever they want. So when people that are talking about whether or not they change, whether or not Luke, I'm your father, you're talking to somebody that's fucking asleep. Leave them alone. Tell them to fuck off.
No,
unless you're an NPC. Unless you're an NPC. Yeah, but again,
I am. I guess.
I'm just talking with you, Phil, because I know I can bounce this shit off of you. But for a lot of people, they'll get up into their emotions that aren't developed and say, yeah, but I believe in that. I said, there's a lot of things I fucking believe. I believe that the fucking Wi-Fi it works the way it does. Now, again, for people to talk about that
I can see your point. I respect that stance.
It's not about seeing my point.
No, it kind of is. Because I look at it in a way they're kind of clues. I try to look at it in that angle.
They could be, but once those clues become where people are trying to actually become like a little bunch of boys and girls fucking huddling over a soccer ball, at that point it defeats the purpose. You got a bunch of adults trying to justify a speculation, a story. Let's say somebody even walks in, okay, I'm openly going to talk about it. I'm a producer of a movie. Yeah, we purposely changed the word in those movies. Are we done with it now? Well, yes. Well, those are the people that I got to prove a point. I got your moment. At that point, they're talking about their NPCs or their Goyams or Walking Dead, even though I'm all of those fucking characters. And I don't mind playing those characters. But for a lot of people, they lose themselves in it. They literally will go to channels, to books. You want to read a romantic book? That's no problem. Read it. Just don't become a fucking cult. But if you are, then we'll leave you alone. You're on your own.
Everything's cool in moderation.
Good term, Phil, by the way. Moderation.
Cult up so we can cultivate.
Here you go. We have cultures already, Chuck. I get it and all that. But this is the thing is, when they brought out the written work, next thing you know, you got a whole bunch of people, I only want to read about fiction and nonfiction. Yeah, but those fiction books are terrible, but I love my nonfiction. And they're doing the same thing online to a point
I
that
just noticed that cultures.
So I need to write this down. New trigger words for Dom: Christian and Mandela effect. Noted.
It's a big list, Phil. I got it.
Hey, I've been keeping track of it since I known you. Okay, it is a big list.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that, Phil.
I can say one thing to you guys, and I don't know if this is important or not, right? Now, you meet a lot of people who say to you, oh, I know where I was when we landed on the moon, or I know where I was when Elvis died, right?
Right.
But I can tell you exactly where I was the day that Mandela got out of jail. Because I didn't have much interest in politics at the time, but a friend of mine did, and I was at his place for dinner, yeah? And it came on the BBC News at 1 o'clock in the afternoon that Mandela had been released from jail, and you saw him walking out of jail with Winnie and all of that. And my mate was going, whoa, because he was really excited for it. At the time, I thought, what's he so excited for? But looking back, that was the day that Mandela got out of jail. So, if he didn't, and the Mandela effect is real, that means that memory I've got is completely false as well.
Yeah, it
could be Jason, but this is where somebody, if they're going to entertain something, they got to bring in an opposing side. So whether or not he was free or it's a story, you did say the word, you heard it from the BBC. Now let's break that.
I knew you were going to pull me on that one.
So let's pull that out now. BBC, British Broadcast Corporation, no different CBC. So at that point, you can rip me in a second, Phil. At that point, a person has to say, okay, what does it mean when it says British Broadcasting Corporation? They're telling you stories. They never openly have said that we're here to tell you the truth. So at that point, you got to be very suspicious, bring out your spidey senses. Does it really matter whether or not they freed a man called Mandela or not? But for most people, what they'll do is they'll be told half glass, half full, half empty, and they'll pick a side and say, there's where we got you. We give you two limited choices and let you allow to make a choice. I don't want to play zeros and ones with the fucking human race. I want to play with all the numbers. I don't want to play with black and white. I want to play with all the shades. But for most people, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, since we're going into it this deep, the whole Fiona Broome, the lady who coined it, she's a witch. She's an admitted witch, so it's a witchcraft.
No, so
I always thought of it from that angle too,
Yeah, I think you for presenting, Phil. So she's bringing that energy. But as much as you have witch and shamans, what about the masses? What are they then? Are they good? Are they good in tennis? Sure, they are.
Yeah, absolutely, they are.
So at that point, we have to take accountability for our part. We're the receivers of this information. We can't go around blaming witches and shamans.
Yeah, get rid of them all. Off with their heads, everybody.
The mask off with their head. Okay,
even the fucking antennas.
Can I be first?
Off with the antennas.
No, you ain't that lucky, motherfucker. You gotta live through it.
I gotta hang in there. Fuck. I thought that was my out.
Guys.
Nope. You wish.
You're tough, fella. Fucking, what is it gonna take? I'm even gonna eat and drink some of your glue.
No, it's a science guy.
You buy the case and then we'll talk.
Man, it's beautiful out.
It's cold here. It's nice. It looks nice till you get out there.
Where are you, Phil?
I'm in Indiana. Central by Indianapolis.
Right. Cold there, is it?
Pardon me?
Cold up?
Is it cold there?
It's nipply. It's with the wind, it's probably 50, 55. Which will be what, about 25, 30 years.
What's that in English money?
What's happening?
No, I said, what's that in English money? Celsius.
Yeah, Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
I'll raise your Celsius with a Fahrenheit.
I don't do Fahrenheit.
Yeah, what would that be? 25, 30 Celsius, 55 here. Isn't that right, Dom? Isn't that close?
That's pretty warm, man.
Well, whatever Jason knows about the conversion would be no different in Canada because we're still following the Commonwealth.
Well, I can understand you, Dom. I couldn't hardly understand him there for a minute because Chuck's making all that damn noise.
Chuck's
not doing nothing.
He's recategorizing all of his glue jars.
And
I haven't made one.
He's reorganizing his
sound.
canned goods, it sounds like.
That ain't me. I haven't made a fucking sound over here.
That might be Jason then or something. Maybe.
That's your brain. All them fucking stones running around in
Oh,
there.
shit. Man, is that what that is? Fuck.
Yeah.
Sounds like you, Phil. Sounds like you're walking.
Can I detox
Oh,
off of it?
me? I'm sitting in a chair in my living room. I mean, my kitchen.
I'm sitting on my bed in my bedroom, getting ready to go outside in this cold. Who's the jokester?
Oh, I've got a joke for you guys if you want one.
Roll with it.
All right, I don't tell jokes very often, but this one kind of tickled me. You're going to have to pay attention, Phil. Right. All right, a Mobius strip walks into a bar, and the bartender says to him, "Why the long face?" And the Mobius strip says to him, "Where do I start?"
Okay.
Good one, Jason. I like that one. Okay, so let's get back to barraging Donald Trump and cops. I want to be a cop hater.
I don't want to talk about nothing. I just want to sit here and be quiet now.
Good luck with that, Phil. Good luck with that, Phil.
Don't you think like Donald Trump is a little bit like Margaret Thatcher in this country? In the 80s?
Margaret Thatcher. I'm getting moist right now. Stop it.
Get off. Don't tell me you fancy Margaret.
He's having Maggie attack.
Got things wrong with you. Really
What's next? We're going to be talking about Berlusconi next. Please stop it, guys. You guys are teasing me now.
Maggie, I know we talked about that New Zealand Prime Minister, that chick that got the
Which one?
Jacinda Ardern. That's her name.
So make the
background noise.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not. That might be from you, Phil.
It's not me, damn it. Quit blaming me.
It's Jesus.
Jesus. It could be Jesus. It's Chuck's cat. It's Chucky's cat.
No, yeah, I think it was me leaning on the table.
Okay.
It was you, Chuck. I knew it.
So, Jason, you were trying to make a comparison between Trudeau and my sweetheart, Mrs. Thatcher?
No, Trump.
Between Trump and Thatcher.
That's funny shit right there.
You know, Trump's just doing a better job of, like, managing the whole thing, spin doctrine behind it, isn't he? But, back in the day, Thatcher didn't quite have that kind of ability.
No,
but
she didn't.
She was bad. Like, everything she promoted was only good for a small amount of people, mainly rich people, let's face it. And kind of, as far as I understand it, it looks to me like Trump's kind of doing the same thing as well.
Well, they've spent a lot of resources to prop up Donald Trump. They got a generation now that used to watch him when they were younger in WWE. Then they got a whole bunch of people as they're getting older to watch The Apprentice. So at that point, you've got the Ronald Reagan, an actor, now becoming president. They've got the attention of a lot of people.
Yeah. You forget about that with Donald Trump and the wrestling, don't you? And let's face it, the wrestling is all manufactured and.
Oh no, that's real shit, Jay.
That's real.
That's real. Come on now, what's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, Jason, you're behind. Politics and religion and wars are real.
Yeah, it's all the same.
It's all real. The moon landing, it's real.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
But again, it's more of a popularity contest. Most people vote based on a popularity contest. Okay, I hate this guy, so purposely I'm going to vote for this guy. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so, but are you going to be
the better two evils, right?
Yeah,
I always thought people voted on how much more money they'd be getting.
Yep. Again, and then yeah, exactly. So they feed on the person's me. So I like a leader because he can do this for me. Okay, but what is he doing for everybody else? No, he's doing it for me. So they're always looking through the lens of the me mentality.
You sound like the opera singer.
That kind of gets us back nicely to Thatcher, doesn't it? Because, you know, Thatcher just like kind of brought in that whole conservative way of thinking in this country. Free enterprise and all of that. You know,
but at the same time,
by conservative, you mean baby eating pedophiles? Yes, she was.
But at the same time, if I remember, Jason, Thatcher was during a time when they were really forming the European Union. They were doing a lot of things, moving around. They should have went to a government, but they didn't. So what they did was they would get all the different countries in Europe to let's merge, that we can intertravel with each other with our degrees. And then they did this currency thing and they said, listen, let's take out the British Empire. We'll put it aside because we already know their British pound has been fluffed up. So now, again, you have to look at where the country is standing at the time. It's like during Canada, we used to have Trudeau's father running Canada, or the prime minister. You know, so at that time, American Canada were just developing. So everybody said, yeah, but the Canadian currency was strong. I said, no, because the economy was the way it was. You know, our trading partner was reliant on the resources that the monarchy owned. And then when they brought in NAFTA, so
I didn't know Fidel Castro ran Canada.
Well, that's his dad. That's his dad. That's his real dad. We're talking about his dad.
Well, I didn't know.
His Mason dad. Okay. His masonry dad. You're talking about St. Clair, his mother, who likes to be with anybody.
Somebody told me the only reason Trudeau got elected was because he legalized cannabis in Canada.
Well, the thing is with that, and this is where people get misled, it was a big document. It was like hundreds of pages, like about 700 pages. Only 33 were designated towards the hemp. The rest of it, a lot of it had to do with the Indian tribe land. So you could bypass your tribe leader and sell your land to whoever you wanted to. Because remember, in Canada, there's certain types of tribes that still literally own, and even though it's an illusion, they have rulership over their land. It's not even crown land at that point.
Right.
So now, at that point, again, even that, the whole thing, Jason, I think we talked earlier about this, the fact that somebody tells me it's legal or illegal to put something in your mouth is moronic.
Yes, I agree.
No matter what, because what's next? You can and cannot eat tomatoes? You cannot actually put a celery in your mouth? People say, well, that's stupid. I said, and what do you think smoking a plant is all about? Let alone understand the plant's better served if you wear it, opposed to smoking it.
I know one thing, they better not fucking outlaw glue.
That's a good point, mate.
They will. They probably will, Phil, but you're going to have to actually make a GMO at that point.
I'm calling my lobbyist right fucking now.
Okay, well, which one? You already have 4 of them. In Indiana, the capital of glue making, I don't know. And plus you have, what's his name, Larry Bird there and the Hoosiers.
And John Cougar Mellencamp.
It'll get past then. It'll get past
another song, Little Ditty by Jack and Diane.
Phil?
Yeah.
Yeah, where can I get this glue then? It says
well, it's by mail order only. So
you're not going to, not Amazon? You're not doing it on
Amazon?
Amazon?
In the back chat and I got you. It's good shit. We were going to start a winery, but I was like, we got all these extra horses. Fucking let's just start glue.
Can I have some of the little black stallion glue, if possible?
Now you... Hey, don't say it too loud.
Come on, glue.
I want the high-end stuff, Phil. I want the stuff that will put me in
I got you. Shut. Quit talking about it. I'll talk to you in private.
Okay, okay, Jason, just don't listen. Go ahead, Phil.
God damn, man.
Hey, Jason, that glue is stronger than the DMT that you've been experimenting with.
Hell yeah. It's like ayahuasca, bro.
Right, put me down.
It's whatever you want it to be. And the motto is, it sticks to your ribs.
Poor horses. If they're listening to this, like, look, are you talking about us?
Yeah. All the horses are looking at each other going, oh, no.
Just make glue out of you humans. Make glue out of yourself, guys.
Yeah, right.
Don't be staring at me, horses. Look the other way, man.
I remember, years ago, my buddy Tony, we'd be joking, and all of a sudden he goes, he has the personality, like, live and let live. I said, Tony, that's a tough sell on the animals.
Right.
You guys are complaining about human slaves, but meanwhile, we get enslaved, and you eat us, and you also make us zoo animals? Get out of here.
I know. And the risk of sounding like a liberal, can't you get glue from plants?
Phil,
I'm not going to a rubber tree plant, man. If that's what you're asking.
Jason, sorry, Phil.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jason sounds like a shill. He's got
Yeah.
no clue from
What are you gonna do?
plant.
You gonna pick at me next, motherfucker?
I think you can. I think it's from the rubber tree.
It can be done.
It probably
If you
can.
have to. It's not gonna taste the same. It's gonna have a little chemically taste to it, but it'll be all right.
Yeah, it won't have
The
that
thing about the
pure.
rubber tree is making latex, and one thing I can do is make latex clothes.
On the bad side of you and the
And
rubber
they
tree,
look
you gotta
really
go to
hot
war
on
with,
people. They do.
you gotta go to war with Vietnam again. Just saying.
What? To get more rubber.
Yeah.
Shit,
Yeah.
man.
That's the downside of switching from horses to rubber tree plant. Vietnam all over again.
Maybe Vietnam never ended, Phil.
Oh, I never thought of it that way. Son of a bitch.
What's up, Dean?
I saw a guy today, like,
We got Dean
else
in the
is
building.
Really? Hi, Dean.
You know, mate.
Yeah, there was a British comedian, right? He's called Bill Bailey, and he's done this series on Vietnam. And the country looks absolutely lovely, guys. It looks like a wonderful place to visit. The people look chilled out.
Yeah. It's because America didn't get there yet.
Well,
Where's that at, Jason?
In Vietnam.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful there, isn't it? You're right.
Yeah,
It is beautiful.
yeah. I've been watching Bill Bailey, the comedian, going around the country. And most of the people are Buddhist. You know, they seem to have a really good nature, you know. Completely different culture to what we have, you know, in the West.
The retirees here that can't get a white woman, they went to Philippines first, then they went to Thailand, and now they're starting to go to Vietnam.
What, to buy white chicks?
No, yeah. Well, in Thailand they thought they were getting women, but they ended up all being ladyboys. So they moved out there, went to Vietnam. They're hitting eggs.
I wonder how that works in reverse if a rich lady decides she's going to go and get herself a young Filipino boy. Oh no, Madonna's already done that, hasn't she?
What the fuck?
What? What's up, Joe?
I'm trying to type and this shit keeps fucking moving.
In Thailand, basically, the Russians and the Jews ruined it. Is what they're saying.
I'm about to jump off here, everyone. You guys
All right,
want to stay
man.
up? I'll leave it on if you guys want to chill and stuff.
That's
It's up
them.
to you guys. I don't mind leaving it on.
I'll hang around for a bit if you're up for chatting still. If not, I can catch you all later.
I'm cool with talking. We're on a roll.
Yeah, man. I know. I've just bought a couple of beers. I'm going to be here for half an hour at least, if you're good for it.
Yeah. I'm gonna be walking around the little farm here, going to the barn now.
So yeah, we'll have to find something else to rant about for a bit then.
Hey, at least we'll get rid of that noise. The Chuck going.
Yeah.
Dino's still down there?
Maybe not if he leaves it on though.
You still got noise here, Phil. You got me. I'm the noisiest.
No, fuck. Well, you know, I'd rather you ruin it than anybody else.
Come up, Dean, for a second. See
Yeah,
how you
Dino.
doing.
Come on, mate.
I've been wondering how you've been doing.
That you're in this action too.
That's my New Zealand. I'm an honorary Kiwi, man. I'm a here's a Billy Kiwi. You just didn't know
Dean's
it.
been taking care of Marine. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
of course he has. You're a good man. Taking care of business.
Breaking the hip is no joke. My aunt broke her hip. Shit.
No,
My
it
aunt
is
had
no
cerebral
joke.
palsy. She fell in a tub, broke her hip. That's wild stuff, man. Imagine them old ceramic tubs, and they're like, I don't know if it's like And I don't know. The most ceramic tubs remind me of like metal and glass together. Some things are so hard.
Yeah, that's exactly what they are.
Sort of like my tub I got now. Things are fucking. What the fuck?
Is Dean still down there? You leave. He left. He's stuck up.
What are you doing, Kuma?
I didn't even see him.
Hey guys, can we? Because I know you've never touched on it before. Can we talk about abuse of nuns?
God damn it, man! You had to go there.
Yeah,
I think we should.
He had to go there, didn't he?
And nuns raising cops. Put them together.
Well,
damn. No wonder cops are abusive.
Blame
That
the
would make
nuns.
sense.
Still the nuns' fault.
Seriously.
There's all the bloody crew.
Because my mother went to a Catholic school and they used to slap her hands with rulers, all types of shit.
Hey, mate, my wife, right?
How you doing,
Catholic
Dean?
school,
Good to see you, man.
She was
Well, you can't see me because I got my camera covered up, but yeah, good to talk with you guys again. I woke up. I thought it was had to get out there and let the animals out and myself out to have a bloody pedal. And I looked at the time and I thought, yeah, they'll probably be going live, those buggers. We'll go over and have a listen.
and here we are. And here he is.
I always learn new words when Dean.
How are you, Phil? How are you, Dom?
I'm good,
Chuck?
brother.
Sorry.
What's the other lad you got here?
That's Jason.
Jason.
I'm called Jason, mate.
Hello,
Good
Jason. How are you, mate?
A good man,
Right,
right
mate.
there.
What's your name, dude?
Dean.
Dean.
I'm
Hello,
in
Dean.
New Zealand, mate.
Oh, yeah, I can kind of guess that by the accent. Yeah, nice to meet you, Dean.
Likewise, Jason.
So this Dean, are you a first timer here?
Been for a fucking long time here for sure.
He's a long time listener, first time caller.
It's
I'm gonna use
definitely
that
first
word,
time
Dean.
for this year.
Hey, Dean.
I'm gonna use that word one day. I'm like, I gotta go take a piddle. I love it, man. I'm always learning some new words from Dean.
Fucking
I
A,
love it.
man.
Hey, look, I think this is bloody. Have you guys been following any work of Squirrel Snipers at the moment?
Yeah, I've seen yesterday.
Squirrel?
Live.
He's doing forensic using ChatBD. He's using a forensic study on basically what the world's doing, right? And there's definitely a reason for changing the old 432 hertz to a 440, right? But it's interesting. I was having a conversation. This is not just online. I've not only talked with people online, but I've also talked to people physically. Yesterday we were talking with friends of ours, and they had to take their dog into the vet because they've got ADHD.
Get it
The
clean.
dog?
The
That could
dog
be from the
has
high
got.
metals in the water.
They've
High metals
been
cause that.
they've diagnosed that dog with ADHD.
That's funny shit. Two for me, one
That's
for the
wild,
dog.
Dean. I never heard of that.
It is
Dog?
fucking wild, Chuck. And
makes
I'm
me
just
wanna
thinking to
swear a little
myself, I'm just thinking to myself, I actually woke up with this thought. That's what really bloody woke me up, actually,
Wow.
is, are
It could
they
be the heavy metals,
affecting,
Dean. That's what I
are they
think.
affecting the animal world as well as the human population
Of course.
with this?
That would make sense, Dean.
Well, I thought I had a bipolar horse, but I put that motherfucker down.
I had a bipolar bear once.
Dean don't get the
Yeah,
joke.
Dean, I think you've got a good point there because if they're affecting
Bipolar.
us-
You mean I'm probably bipolar, Phil?
No,
That's probably why.
Since you mentioned it.
Hey, look,
I might
I'm
know
not-
both of you. I might have met both of you.
I was talking to my mate the other day, and he says, "Well, you got to get to know fucking 4 different sides of me, mate."
Yeah, that's what everybody seems to be going up in personality.
I think so. Yeah.
That's a good point, though. What you're saying there about the animals.
Yeah.
It could be the heavy metals.
Well, I'm thinking it is, and I mean, like.
What else is spraying?
Well, I there's just so much. I mean, I've been recording lots of different stuff. I haven't got it written down in front of me at the moment.
Give me the black goo.
Well, the thing that the fact that metals disrupt. If you put a metal object beside a magnet, for example, a compass, for example, it changes the magnetic polarity, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
So then the same things have got to be going on within us, because we have our own with internal GPS. You can, once you get it working, you can find out where you are wherever you are, and whatever time of the day. Once you are tuned into your what do you call it? Your hertz.
Yeah, just a little private GPS going on in your skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can buy into that, man. And the simplest explanation as well, like for that, is, you know, when you're drunk and you're walking home, and you don't have to be drunk to do this, but you go into that autopilot mode, don't you? Where you get to your destination, but you don't realise how you got there.
Exactly. I mean, you can have that when you're driving, you're just daydreaming, and next thing you're like, how the bloody hell did I get here? And I can't even remember all that stretch of drive. Right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yes, man, yeah. So I've got to say, is it Dean?
Yes.
Dean, your winter's coming, isn't it?
Yeah, mate, was just around the corner.
Yeah, because our spring is just around the corner. I was thinking about you because you're about to go into your winter now, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm trying to find grid lines and ley lines in New Zealand.
Right.
The reason being that because the natural frequency of the Earth it runs at 432 hertz, not 440. I believe, and I think Squirrel Sniper's right in the saying that all the ancient megalithic structures were built on these grid lines for the purposes of continuing that frequency, to keep that frequency in motion of 432 hertz.
Right.
And that the Earth is actually a big motherboard, just the same as we have a motherboard within ourselves.
Yeah, I've seen that stuff about the Earth being a motherboard. It is kind of weird. The similarities are strange. I will admit that one.
Yes.
Dean, is that Sniper that hangs out with
Let's see if I
Richie in
can
the
play
game?
this without you getting
Excuse
cut
me,
off.
Dom?
Is that the same Sniper that hangs out with Richie in the gang from 007?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good enough. A lot of that 432 is more or less for nature and the harmony that our bodies have. But we're also the being part. So we're introducing all kinds of frequencies here. Radio frequencies,
Yeah.
Wi-Fi.
I've actually got some frequencies set up on my phone that run at 432. And I was just actually, it was one of the reasons why I was because I did make a mental note last night before I went to sleep to wake up before dawn and listen to the hertz range to see if I can, make a difference every day when I get up, have a different attitude.
Mm-hmm. Oh, doesn't. Again, it's one of those things we use numbers to gauge things. So when we introduced calendars, but a lot of people forget the energy behind it. So when we introduce whether you're using 432, 440, 621, doesn't matter what number you're using. It's about energy. So in this case, 432, time, trinity, and double, duality with the number 9. 440 is time, and the infinite zero with the number 8. That's the material. So this is where we harmonize ourselves more with 432, the spiritual and the material part. The number 8, in this case with 440, is more about the material. And then there's the number 7. Again,
do you think, though, too, Dom, that the 432 is what they're trying, well, to say they've turned against us by turning to 4 by a difference of 8 hertz, changing it to 440?
It's just incomplete. That's all it is. It's like when the Asians like number 8, but they don't like number 4. That's
so you're not vibrating at your correct frequency yourself, there, are you?
In the human form, yes, but then you can play with 621 or 711. So again, anything that adds up to number 9, you're still going to play with the energy of spiritual and material.
Okay, I got you.
So, but when you're in that human form, we're going to be harmonizing, in this case, chi with nature. But we've introduced a whole bunch of other stuff: cars, noise from cars, Wi-Fi again, heating devices. You know, a lot of that. Remember, we got to remember we're in the human form, no different than the animals are in the form. So that's more harmony. But for most of us, we're living in civilization now. We're living with these big concrete walls, these big concrete buildings. You know, I get it when they're talking about musical, but then again, there's some people that have a pitch of 432 with their voice. You know, this is.
I said we start making bells, Dino. Fuck it, let's start making bells again.
You can.
Well, obviously there was a heck of a lot of bells around in the old days, and I mean the production of bells was so great that there were bloody acres and acres and acres of the damn things all over the place, right?
Yeah, they made bullets out of it.
And then they made brass bullet casings out of them, right?
Yeah, that's what they say.
But you can still get it in a form of a singing bowl, whether it's gold, crystal, or a brass. The thing is, they used to have those big harmonicas of bells, and they would entrain the citizens around. Most of us are walking around with bells, called a cell phone, or a musical device like a record player or cassette player. So again, everything shrunk. As much as people want to value the concept, well, we used to have these big bells, but what were they in training with those big bells? Our frequencies. If you could literally see the energy, you'd realize we're all being manipulated with the energy because we don't have strong enough boundaries within ourselves.
Oh, yes, I see that. That's exactly what I see, Dom, is that we are being manipulated by frequency.
The whole environment could be a manipulation. The gods could have manipulated the environment. Let's abstain the waters and call them the firmaments. It's all about manipulation. Is it really a good or bad thing? It just is at that point.
It just is.
Yeah, it is. You know, we manipulate the animals to become domestic. We manipulate ourselves with different kinds of with languages, let alone the sounds and frequency that comes from it when we start speaking it. So really, it's usually how people put the connotation by saying it's bad. I say, well, now you're going to shortchange yourself. You've already casted your vote. To see it for what it is.
Satan's kingdom.
It could be.
Yeah.
There's that Dom again. Stop leaving me out.
I said dumb, not dumb.
Freedom, kingdom.
It's dumb. D-U-M-B.
Are you sure, Phil? Are you
B-O-M.
sure?
Yeah, I made that word up.
You don't want to give me the benefit of the doubt and make it all about me?
Yeah, it's me. I sound like the
Carry on, guys. Glad to hear your laugh, by the way, Dean. I haven't heard it in a while.
Good stuff. It's very calming, actually. Thanks very much, you guys. It's very calming to wake up and then decide to come over.
Oh, we've been on it today, Dino. We've been on a roll.
I bet you have. I bet you have, guys. I bet you have, Phil.
Dom won't leave me alone.
Dean, I just want you to tell me about the weather in New Zealand.
We've got a big tropical cyclone up the top of the North Island at the moment. It's coming into New Zealand, but we have been hammered, Jason. We have been hammered. Dom. Sorry. We have been hammered this year by the wet weather. All our fruit bowls have been smashed to bits. But they did it right on time, fuel economy and all that. Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah. I see what you're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah.
Yeah, typhoon never hurt nobody here and there. It's all good. Fucking crazy, man. That's the second one, isn't it?
That's the bloody third almost. That's the third. They got two in the top of the South Island that destroyed Nelson, Motueka. It's basically all the kiwi fruit country in the South Island.
Damn.
And then we got kiwi fruit country in the North Island. They got smashed, and they're being smashed at the moment. Yeah.
Thank God you got women's rugby.
Deliberate weather manipulation.
But they've been having a bit of a field day with us down here and Australia too. I mean, they had a tropical cyclone that hit Queensland coming in from, I think, Vanuatu and round the bottom of Samoa.
That would just bounce around the north coast there, didn't it? Like took the whole.
It did. It bounced right around and dropped right down into Adelaide. Right, the whole coast of Australia almost. 5,000 kilometres.
Is this weather manipulation then? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, absolutely.
Of course it is. It has to be.
Well,
you cannot direct the thing to go right round landfall, right round its edge, unless you've got some kind of director.
The weather guys, you guys are manipulating the weather yourselves. You're calling it in with your vibration. You guys got to quit thinking about the typhoons and they won't come.
I don't think about them. I told me mate, it's not a typhoon. It's just a bloody weather bomb and the bastards are trying to excite everyone.
You guys are obviously aware of this. I think it was it wasn't that long ago in England, we had that thing called the mini ice age. Well, it wasn't just England, it was Europe as well. And there's paintings famously of the Thames. They're frozen over and it's never frozen for all this amount of time. And
Jason, how's this? I want to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that when the water freezes in cities, right, it's more of a solid ice type of thing rather than, say, snowfall?
Right.
I mean, do they use big bloody plows like they use out on the main junction, main trunk lines? Do they use those same kind of snow plows in cities, or is it just ice build-up?
I'm not certain.
I just have a bit of a theory. I just have a bit of a theory, Jason, that the layout, the motherboard layout of a city has a way of changing that cold into ice rather than letting it snow in these cities. Because you don't see these big snow plows running around pushing snow out. You don't see truckloads and truckloads and truckloads of snow going out, do you?
Not really, no. So what?
I didn't think they got that much snow there.
A cooling mechanism.
No, I'm just trying to say, even you, Phil, do you in your big cities in there, are there truckloads of snow going out every day when they have a snowfall?
There was this winter, but it's that nano snow shit, plastic shit.
Nano snow. I don't believe in that.
I'm telling you, the shit's real and it will not melt with a burnt flame on it.
They're making this shit up. They really are.
Dean, is that where you've been lately? You've been doing you've been the snow patrol people?
No. But I was
patrol, goddammit.
I just noticed that, like in the late 1940s around there somewhere, you had blizzard snow that almost topped the bloody tops of power lines.
Well, the thing I was on about, Dean, was it was quite a time ago, like medieval times. and they called it the Little Ice Age, and all of Europe suffered from it. You know,
We had that here too. We had that in the Northeast.
yeah, that's what I'm getting at. You know, this might
Yeah.
all be. Remember, we were talking about controlled weather.
Uh-huh.
Just thinking maybe that was part of it as well.
So, Dean, for clarity, okay, because I know you're an older being, will you say 1940 or 1840?
19.
Okay, just want to make sure. I just want to make sure.
I'm not that. I'm not quite that old yet.
I said being. I never said human. I said being.
Yeah, don't tell him, Dean. Be quiet, Dean. Don't tell him.
On that, guys, as much as there might be environment change above us, there's a good chance there's a lot of environment change below us.
Oh, the black sun.
If they are digging
Through the
underground,
black sun, yeah, for yeah.
there could be a magnetic pull, and with that comes with the wonderful world that we're seeing, you know, with our senses, the manipulation of the snow, the rain, and all that kind of
I'm
stuff.
gonna leave this up. I gotta go.
All right, Chuck. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Give your cat
Guys are fine. If I'm not back, just it'll turn off on its own, I guess. Whenever you guys are done.
Give the key to your cat.
You make somebody a moderator?
He's not too bright.
Oh, don't give Phil the moderator. We're screwed.
I didn't say Phil. Don't give it to Phil. He'll fuck it up.
Give it to Wayne. Give it to Wayne. Is Wayne here? No, he's not here.
Thanks, Charles.
Oh, yeah, Wayne's here.
Yeah.
I was gonna nominate Jason, but you know. Whatever.
Jason's still recovering from Thatcher. No, don't give it to Jason.
It's all right. That's why I did it. Rock on Maggie.
I'm amazed you don't even know about Margaret Thatcher, really.
Well,
She, her and her family, by golly, they bloody rorted the bloody British, didn't they?
You've been proud of me, Dean. I was talking about your trained prime minister in general.
Well, we don't have. I mean, there's no different there, Phil.
Oh, Jacinda Ardern.
Hey, Phil,
Yeah,
remember this?
whole speeches.
On the news years back, Phil, right? There was during the Paris-Dakar race, there was a thing where Margaret Thatcher's son, Mark Thatcher, and all of his compadres tried to take over that country, didn't they? And loads of people went to jail, but he walked free.
I don't remember that. That's good shit.
You
Wow.
that? Yeah.
No, what year was that?
But it was years ago. It was about, I don't know. I was young, man, before I even had internet. But what happened was the Paris-Dakar race was on, and Margaret Thatcher's son, Mark, went missing for a few days. Everybody was looking for him and all this. But really, he was in this country trying to overthrow it. And all these people went to jail, but Mark Thatcher walked through.
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. Fuck the CIA. We just have a race and take over the country.
Yeah, yeah, man. But it's the audacity of these people, isn't it? You know, just to think
The Thatcher family are still raking in money from fucking deals they set up when Margaret was in power.
Yeah, man.
Oh, no, another Maggie bag.
I was going to say to Dom earlier when we were talking about Margaret Thatcher, right? But she started the miners' strike, right? Which absolutely decimated this country with the miners. It was a really big thing, right?
I do remember that.
Yeah, but the thing is, Thatcher and all her cronies had shares in North Sea Gas, which was about to come online. So
yes, I've been reading a bit about that.
So basically, Thatcher put down the miners because of the coal, just so her and all her buddies could make money out of the shares they bought on the bloody North Sea Gas.
Yeah, I've been reading a little bit about that.
Obama did the same thing here with the power plants, trying to switch them from coal to gas. Yeah, they didn't work out for him.
So obviously there's some big push towards gas, isn't there, coming up?
Yeah, because they're all fracking.
Yeah.
Well, the whole of Europe at the minute, and I think Australia as well, the fuel prices have gone really high, haven't they?
Well, we're paying $3. Well, I paid yesterday $3.50 a litre for fuel.
That's a lot.
Now, if you were from the States, this might sound like a joke to you, but the hillbillies, the West Virginia hillbillies and the Kentucky hillbillies stopped that gas shit. Stopped it. Old school way, like
making their own.
Hillbilly.
Yeah, well, New Zealand is the first country in the world to stop Gatesy's bloody setting up his bloody manufactured milk facilities.
Oh, right. Yeah. All of that's iffy as well.
Yeah.
No, these guys. I think these guys strong arm. These hillbillies strong arms. They got like a cornfield mafia type shit here. Because that was going to shut down the whole eastern Kentucky, and it's a big pharmaceutical area. It would have collapsed the whole Kentucky if it weren't mining coal.
Big drive in this country at the minute, yeah. And I've seen it on these cookery shows online, yeah, for this company called Opal, and it's Bill Gates' company, right? And it's this stuff that they put on the outside of the fruit, so that they can transport it further. You know, it lasts longer, basically. But it's like this weird shit. You wouldn't want to eat it, put it that way, on the outside of the fruit.
I think it's some kind of waxing product, isn't it?
Yeah, it's called Opal. It's called, and got a big brand associated to it. Like, look for the Opal brand because it makes your fruit is safe. And all
right, they got those little stickers they put on the fruit.
Yeah, exactly, mate. That's what I'm getting.
That's what needs to go down. That Bill Gates and Dominic is the way to take care of that bastard.
Am I being dragged in now, Phil? Or who am I supposed to monitor? Bill Gates or is it Elon Musk? Which one am I supposed to monitor?
You're supposed to break him down with your language.
Break him down.
I
can't even do that.
Yeah, break down Bill Gates. No, but turn him into a good guy. Be like, you don't want to do that, Bill.
Yeah, but what happened when he starts talking for me? Right. What happened if he starts talking for me a whole bunch of zeros with a 1 in front of it? Then what am I supposed to do?
Well, that's a moral thing. That's up to you. So just know we'll know, motherfucker.
I guess if I'm being honest with myself, I would have to say how many zeros and commas are involved.
Well, you can't. And there's you haul behind a hearse. You ain't taking that shit with you.
Like I said, I'll take my chances.
I just want bet. Drive a heart.
I want to say that though because I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of people that would gladly work for whoever these characters are, or at least
absolutely.
Yeah, that's if we're being honest about our own behavior. I could say I could quickly say I wouldn't, but then I'd be arrogant on my part, or at least
I'm gonna be arrogant and say hell no. Fuck
okay,
yeah,
say,
man.
No problem. But yeah, you'll do cement work for maybe $1,000 a couple of days, as opposed to somebody offering you $1 million or $1 billion.
No, I'm retired. I'm in the glue business.
Retired or retarded? Which one? It's a bit of both.
Yes, both.
Okay, good enough. As long as we know we're both retarded a little bit.
Both.
I like to think I'm slow in a lot of ways.
Yeah, both. I ain't gonna lie. I'm both. I'm not afraid to admit it.
So, Dean, you were talking about, I guess they're classifying certain animals with ADHD now?
Yeah.
Could you think maybe it could be what they're putting in the food? That's, and then they're diagnosing these.
Oh, absolutely. There's a lot more to it than just, I would say, frequencies and things. Definitely, almost all farmers these days, they all used to use like a home kill animal off their farm to feed their dogs and such. Mm-hmm. Now farmers have just almost forgotten that way of life, and they're all feeding them, and they're feeding them bloody biscuits.
Now you have to call a company to come and pick the dead animals up. They used to put them in a pit, burn them.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that now either.
Why is that?
You can't.
Why is that? Is there like certain rules that you have to follow? Like
they're saying it's toxic waste to the groundwater.
And it's stupid. This is where I'd love to, Phil. I'd love to be able to have and talk to a group of people in this country who say that, okay, you can't keep, those animals can't be dumped on your property. They have to be collected by trucks and whatever, you know, and cooked or whatever they do with the bloody things.
Well, they probably put them in cat food, dog food, whatever. Probably where they go, really.
In about 10 days' time or less, we're going to have a pretty good rainstorm here, and it's going to wash a lot of whatever was killed by the 1080 drop we've just had in the last few days in New Zealand.
Yeah. A lot of sheep.
Now, if they are so fucking concerned about all these dead bodies on farms, what are they doing about the native bush that they're putting all these dead bodies in?
Well, they can't get trucks to haul their shit to their companies out there. They don't care about that because they can't profit off of it. You know how they are.
Yeah, I know, but isn't it ironic that you can fucking go and make a farmer clean up, but you can't make the government clean up the bloody bush because they just killed fucking umpteen fucking thousand fucking animals with 1080.
Yeah, that goes back to the don't do as I do as I tell you to do rule. You know?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Yeah, they're definitely.
What's 1080?
1080. It's monofluoroacetate.
Yeah.
Animal
population, animal control.
Yeah, it's animal control. Over here in New Zealand, they do 1080 drops with helicopters, dropping the bloody pellets into the bush.
That's crazy.
Too many deer, not enough hunters.
That's what they're trying to say.
They're doing that probably for when
right now, it's April in New Zealand. April in New Zealand, guys, is our roar time. It's when the stags are roaring, right?
Well,
that's the biggest hunting time of the year in New Zealand is roar time. I've done a hunting myself. I paid bloody big money to go on helicopters and get dropped off in the middle of nowhere to hunt deer. But if you're talking this time of the year in New Zealand, it's one of the biggest sports in the country is hunting deer at the roar time, and they've now decided to drop 1080 in the biggest areas where the deer populations are. They know what they're up to, these bastards.
Yeah, man, they're fucking dirty.
They're dumb motherfuckers. Where they dropped the 1080 here, Dean? I meant to tell you, and I forgot. Then the turkey started taking over. So then they brought in rattlesnakes to eat turkey eggs. Now we got a rattlesnake problem.
Yeah, buddy, poor Australians, they're stuck with the bloody cane toad. Right.
I thought rabbits were a problem in Australia, were they?
Yeah, rabbits.
Yeah, there's some here in the U.S. It's got politicians. It's infested with those fucking dangerous fucks.
Fucking politicians. Drop a fucking 1080 fucking barrel on the fucking politicians.
Right. I don't think they're smart enough to pick them green pellets up and eat them, though.
Right, guys,
no, they probably not.
Go.
Nice to meet you there, Jason.
Yeah, you too, Dean, yeah. And I'll be back.
Oh, you got to go, Jason?
Yeah, I've got to go this time. But yeah,
see you, bud.
Yeah, I'll speak to you all again.
Jason, thanks for coming by, man.
Good talking to you.
What
fucking freezing, man. It's fucking 30 degrees today. So much for spring coming.
You're bogging, Chuck.
Man, it's fucking ball busting cold out. I should have stayed home. I just got to go to the store and get like 2 things. I should have just said fuck it and sit in my warm apartment.
You can kill it, man. You can cut it off. I'm gonna get to work.
So
Dean?
Marie's doing better? Marie's doing better? Is she in therapy for her hip?
Anyway, anybody would like to, there's plenty of opportunity for people to go and have a look at Squirrel Stopper's work on this forensic audits
Sounds
of.
like you're in an aquarium. So,
Oh, I might be. I might be in an aquarium. It's very possible, Phil.
Yes, nobody heard me. My halo's gone on.
It actually sounds like you're in a bloody aquarium too.
How does our gas prices go up, JK, and fucking the United States has their own oil and gas? And yet the prices, these politicians are always bamboozling us, and fucking people are so dumb, they believe that the prices are going up because of Iran. We got our own oil fields.
But at that point, Charles, there should be a lot of suspicious flares going up. Why is oil going up? Could be a bunch of things. Either A, they're trying to finally reveal. What's that?
So how's this, guys? In New Zealand, the diesel has surpassed the petrol now. Once you could buy diesel because it was cheaper. Right?
We're going to blame our ears for crashing the world's
Now
money.
diesel's dearer than petrol.
Well, diesel's gone
We
up.
need that to crash the world.
Yeah, if diesel's gone up for you, then expect the food to go up.
Oh, absolutely. It's already rising, Dom. It's I mean, I would say since the last 2 weeks, my grocery bills increased by $50.
So again,
just on the rising prices.
Again, it's not always one agenda, and again, history does repeat itself. It's just it just shows itself in different ways. So the fact that the countries are still having to trade with American currency, and there's a shift going on, the currency's been so deflated. It's been so inflated because it's so valueless at this point. So big corporations that are running countries are saying, listen, for us to still sell the goods in your country, we're going to have to charge more money because the currency, the property itself has not changed. It's like when we talk about gold. If gold was traded for 1-to-1 initially, and now gold, it hasn't changed, and now they're saying now you have to give like $10,000 or not $10,000, $3,000 worth of U.S. currency. It tells you the U.S. currency is useless. So now, and at the same time, what they're doing probably another game going on here. They're increasing the price of fuel throughout the world because we're fueling their wars.
Of course.
Now, the only way that's going to not work is if we decide, listen, I'm no longer going to feed the corporations of cars, but I'll feed the corporation of Nikes. I'll wear running shoes from now on. Again, like in Canada here, we're still not in the top 20 when it comes to the price of gas. When Venezuela took a shit beating, their gas was at $12 a liter. Like, as much as people want to complain about their gas going up, I said, but you're not seeing what's the value of the currency that you're using. Most of our currency are they're so useless. So they're really crashing the economy right now. Actually, they're crashing not the economy because they've already told their people, hence the pandemic, this is what we're doing. So don't worry about the money that you're losing. Just buy some natural resources.
The American dollar's been worthless.
Yeah, it crashed in 2005, Charles.
Yeah, it's been fucking worthless.
And if anybody trades with that currency, you're buying a debt. Unfortunately, it's set up that the only way you can pay off your debt is with that currency. What no longer is going to be around. So at that point, they're going to do what they did with Europe, with the European currency. They're going to devalue
their debt.
Go ahead, Charles.
I said you could pay off the debt with the debt.
Yeah, you can. But again, this sets up perfectly for the digital system. Devalue is like stocks. You don't buy stocks at 50 cents to the dollar. You buy it when it's at 10 cents to the dollar. So they're slowly crumbling the economy. And what they did also when they were fueling the American currency, when they devalued it in 2005, hence the bailout in 2008, they've been using the ruble and the yen to finance the empire. So as much as people want to think, well, they're after Russia, no, they're just shifting the empire. As
Actually, you're right there with the Indian rupee, right?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I meant to say yin. I meant to say yin. Yin and the
Oh,
ruble.
okay.
Yeah. So my apologies. Thanks, Dean. But they also did that with the Indian currency too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but at
Yeah.
that point, they've already brought the Russian and the Chinese on the gold standard. So that means the elites are hedging this new currency with their gold on that temporarily. They're hedging it. They never use their gold. They hedge it. It's like the oil. They hedge it.
Cool.
They never use it. So now this piece of paper that's valueless, they say, listen, we're going to have this pretend war. Russia and China are going to be our new empire or whatever. As much as people say, oh, send all your drones to Ukrainian. That'd be kind of sad. Why? Because those drones are Russian and Chinese technology. So why the fuck would you send it to Ukrainian? They're not actually somebody come to Canada and say, listen, we want your oil. You see how quickly America would be all fucking pissed off. So at this point, what they're doing is they're trying to line all the countries and say, listen, who's going to be in favor of the empire that's about to crash? So anybody that's in favor with America, you're going to crash. And when I say crash, I'm talking about you're going to be holding currency, bonds that are useless. What do you think they did in 1920? And then they mask it with a couple of wars after. And then they blame Hitler for it.
I was just going to say that they got pictures of Germans standing in banks with stacks of workers' money.
Well, I mean, they wrecked bloody Germany. They wrecked Germany. You know, they did the same thing that the Indians did with the Fijian and Zambuca had to have a coup. They set up a bloody they set up a country within a country.
What happened in Germany is going to happen to America. Watch.
No, for sure.
They're going to bomb the fucking piss out of this place.
Well, they'll do it economically. You know,
economically.
They probably learned that it takes generations to recover from a war. But if you have an economic war, and that's why I think, you know, during 2019 and 2021, that was a test plate to see, listen, we're going to shut down the world economy, openly reveal what we own. This is the sad part. They told you what they own. Mecca, the Vatican, all the sports academy. They own all the countries. But yet people think, oh, wait a second. You know, they think that they're warring with each other. No, they're playing many sides, not two sides. And when I say them, I'm talking about
the goods. They're divvying up the goods.
They could be, Charles. I'm with you on that. But again, it's a system that's set up, and even Marsh put it in chat. It was set up from the outside to fail. I'm using the word fail, but you know. But again, that's how it works. That's the cycle. And plus, we're coming to an age called Aquarius. So what better time to do it, I guess? And plus, most of us citizens are walking around with devices that perfectly sets up for a digital system and a credit system. You know, it's different if we're fighting them off. We're not. We're like the frog in the water. Yeah, I'll take it. I need it for work. No, you don't need it for work, but you choose it for work.
Yes.
You know, I don't agree with the system, but meanwhile I'm using Wi-Fi and I'm on the laptop. You know, but yet they tell us who to blame. Blame the government. Blame them. Blame them hard. But we keep telling you that because we use our broadcast system. I'm telling you, blame the Donald Trump. Blame who's the guy now from Canada now? I think he was one of the big boys for BlackRock or whatever. But again,
blame everyone but yourself.
Well, that means you would have to take accountability then. Why would I blame myself if I don't have? Then I would have to take accountability. But it's easier.
It's a joke. No one got it though.
No, I know. I get it. No, I'm
Most
with you, Charles.
people don't take accountability. Accountability is the best, in my opinion.
Now, people can go out and earn all kinds of money, but they're still not accountable for themselves. What do you mean? You're still going to need somebody else to offer you the product and service to exchange for that piece of paper and then go to somebody else's grocery store and somebody else's gas station. We've become so fucking nanny state throughout the world. To a point, they got to use their broadcast system to strive to make us complain with each other. Outside of that, most of us would be like, I don't know. What's going on in America? Does it really matter? What's going on in New Zealand? Does it really matter? You know?
Sure.
So they tell us stories. This is what they're doing. The World Bank is doing this. The international whatever is doing all of this. The elites are doing this.
Then he goes behind the scenes and counts $60 billion like you suckers. Like they throw parties just to laugh at us.
Well, Charles, if people have ever talked or been involved in people that I'm going bankrupt, so hey, what am I going to do before I go bankrupt? I'm gonna ring it up. So
Why
give all
not?
of our buddies throughout the world billions of dollars. Why? We're going to crash the economy soon. Just make sure you exchange all that money for something.
Holy fuck, dude. It's like December out here. What the fuck's going on?
You're a little muzzled, Charles. I don't know if anybody told you. Like your voice, I hear you, but I don't. I'm trying to make clarity of what you're saying. No, again, Dean, I'm presenting it as speculation because really, whether I got this intuitively, I've watched patterns or whatever. It's like you talking about the snow. For a lot of people,
Yeah.
they're going to say, I don't know, I don't believe you, Dean and Charles, Dominic or Charles. I said, okay, believe, but I'm talking about maybe knowing and then applying discernment. Most people don't even know how the economy really works, let alone the parts of it. So for them, it's kind of like, okay, so you're telling me that there's going to be a hurricane soon? Yeah, I've been telling you the patterns of the animals. Dom, I don't believe you. I think you're full of shit. Okay, good enough. Good enough. I'm full of shit. You know, I'm not going to be around to say I told you so. You know.
Right.
You know, the fact that we can laugh about it, Dean,
I'm
it keeps our soul.
gonna shut,
Go ahead,
The
Charles.
fact
I'm
is,
about
what
to
would you
shut
say
this
there?
down. Like,
Okay, when you're ready, Charles.
Okay. Well, nice talking to all you guys, and yeah, catching up with you guys.
Nice seeing
It's
you
been a
again, Dean.
good
while.
to see you.
Hope your wife is getting better. I didn't realize she had hurt herself.
Yeah, she smashed her bloody hip, Dom. Cracked it. You know where the bone goes, the little knob goes out on the end of the top of your femur.
Yeah.
The bloody thing cracked right in half. Smashed it right in half.
Damn.
And her being
Yeah.
older, it takes longer to heal if it can heal, right?
Yeah. But actually, we were in the doctors yesterday getting a report. They had a X-rays and what have you, and they said she's doing really, really well.
I'm glad to hear
Good.
that.
Yeah.
Good.
Charles, Dean, Wayne, I didn't hear from you, but Wayne, I know you're always hearing. Have a good day, guys.
Thank you, Dom, and you too.
Have a good day, Don. Thank you for coming up. I don't know if you guys can hear me, but
I can,
yeah,
Chuck.
it's good to see you, dude.
Yeah, likewise, Chuck. And I thought I actually been thinking about it for the last few days. I was thinking I've got to wake up and get onto these people and have a chat because it's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah, I figured everything was all right because I see you answering my Telegram stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, I appreciate you coming by. I'm about to just jump off and go. I gotta go in this fucking store.
Okay, bro. Well, it's nice talking to everyone, and you all take care. Much love to you all, and to everybody in the chat. And peace to everyone, because at this time we just need to be peaceful.
Peace to Tommy. Peace to thank you, Dom. Who else? Dean. Thanks to everybody. Fuck it. I'll be here forever. To the new people, the old people. Peace to everyone. I appreciate you all. I'm out.
All right, much love, bro.